motherfucker.
Chat, we just hit 100,000 views on TikTok.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Shit. Oh. Whoa! I just freaked you, bro.
Understand me? Fucking. Let's go. Yo. Yo. 319 subs, yes sir. What's up, Ace, Raptor, Brazzy, Blunt? What's up, baby? Hello, chat. How are you guys today? Today's been a very strange day for me, but a good day nonetheless. Nonetheless. Definitely nonetheless. 100%. 319, baby. One more to 320. Oh man, I think we can do today. What do we think? Oh baby. Chat, I want to bet on this game. How do I bet on this game? I need to bet. I need to put money down on this fucking game. Does anybody know how? Did Optic drop their new video? What time are they gonna fucking drop it? How do I bet? How do I bet on this fucking game? I want to put everything that I have. I want to put my whole fucking life savings. Yes, betting is good. Good for the soul. Now, how do I get there? How do I get there? I need to bet on this fucking game. Who is playing today? Today is Optic versus Paris. And then the other game, excuse me, is FaZe versus Gorillas. And we picked FaZe to win. Remember this, chat? Remember this from yesterday? This is what we voted on. So we got this wrong, got this right, and then we got Optic winning today, and then we got FaZe winning today. Now, where can I... Chat, where can I bet on this fucking game? I want to bet on this game. By the way, guys, if you're watching this video right now, make sure you like the video. I need to find out right now. The Optic just played Florida in scrims, and they won 250 to 23 on hardpoint. 25 to 23. 25. Yes, you're hearing me correctly. Look at this shit right here. Look at this. 250. I thought that betting was bad because you could lose all your money and become poor. Yeah, it's a bad gamble. 250 to 23. 250 against pro players, bro. Holy shit. How can we bet on this game, dude? How can we bet on this game, chat? I'm finding out right now. Ooh. Oh, it's map count. Interesting. How much can you put on it? All right, someone's got to figure it out for me and then let me know, please. Yo, Vader 8, what's up, baby? Let's get it, brother. Game time. Yes, sir. You guys excited? You guys fucking excited? I'm so excited for these matches. I thought Optic was doing another pre-show. They're just doing it for the week. Got it. Okay. Weren't they supposed to drop a new video today, guys? If you're all in tune with Optic, I thought they were gonna drop a new... Hey guys, I'm Grady Rains, and in this Shut up. A new video for the little like fucking video series they're doing. No? Just me? Fine. Okay. So yeah, guys, today was an interesting day. Guys, if you're watching this video right now and you have not liked the video, make sure you do and help us get discovered by the people that are looking to watch the COD League with someone. So make sure you like the video. So here's what my day was like today. So we've been talking about doing a room tour for a while here on the channel, for like the last month. And the reason why we haven't done it yet is because I keep changing the room. Like, not just shifting things, but big changes. So I'm trying to like find out what I'm gonna have, what I know is gonna be consistent, and then shoot a video for it. Been waiting for Optic to fry, man. Let's go, dude. I'm so excited. Who plays today? What's up, DJ? Welcome back, man. Glad to have you here, bro. What's up, Sam B? You can bet on it using Beatus or MyBookie. Well, shit, I'm about to look it up right now. Optic versus Paris and FaZe versus Gorillas. Those are the games today, guys. What was I about to say? Yeah, so this morning I spent some time trying to figure out what my new setup is. Basically, chat, if you didn't know, I have a fiance. We live together in an apartment, and she's actually going to be joining us here on the channel tonight around 8 o'clock. So we'll watch these games, go offline, go back online around 8, and we'll be playing games with my fiance all night. And they are just pure comedy, pure high energy, just so fucking hilarious. And we're gonna be playing like 3 different games tonight. So I've been wanting to involve her more, and I've been wanting to give her a space in the apartment where she can feel she can sit down and work and stuff, because we only have a 2-bedroom apartment, spoiler alert. So the second bedroom is my office, and I want to kind of split the room with her so that she has a place where she can work too. So that's the new setup is in works, so that this room can essentially be operable with 2 different people. Operable? Is that the right word, chat? Last time we stayed up to 2 a.m. Yep. So tonight's gonna be a good night. Aries, what's goody, baby? How you doing, man? DJ, Sam, Vader, Ace, Raptor, everybody that's here. Brazzy, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far, man. What's going on with you guys? What's the weekend looking like for everybody? Well, I can't stay long because family stuff, but good luck with the stream. DJ, that's very kind of you to say, man. Thank you. I hope that when you have another chance, dude, you'll come back. Make sure, guys, that you're liking this video if you're watching right now, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well and support what we're trying to do here as a community, man. So yeah, I'm trying to split up the room. And this morning I was trying to figure out if I can make a desk out of this thing that used to be a stand, whatever. It kind of worked, but it's not working exactly the way I wanted to. So once we get the room figured out with the new plan, with her being in here, then we'll do a video. Will your fiance go to have her own channels? It doesn't look like it, at least not anytime soon. It's been a struggle today, but I'm ready for these games. But I'll be ready for these games. Good 10 minutes. We're waiting for the COD League to go live. They have not gone live yet. So when they go live at 3, we'll switch over to them. For now, we're just gonna hang out with you guys. Yeah, man. And then I spent some of this morning listening to the new Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk, which is always so interesting. So that was a great listen. Didn't finish it, but got through like the first 45 minutes maybe. Yo GCat, what's up, baby? Welcome, dude. Welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a good day so far, man. It's Friday though. The weekend's here, baby. I don't know if for most of you guys the weekend is kind of open and you don't have work and stuff, but if that's the case, man, your break and your relaxing time is on the horizon. Yeah. So I need to get new desks in here. I need to sell one of my monitors because I want to get a different one. And then are they going to start gameplay at 3, or are they going to start gameplay at 3:30? Well, excuse me. It seems like the games start at 3. I mean, sorry, the stream starts at 3, and it's like 20 minutes of pre-game show, so probably 3:30. Aries, you got snow? Are you northeast? Where you at? Or are you just north? Anyways, what else? Yeah, so I'm kind of downgrading some stuff to make sure that she has room in here. Maryland, nice. Raptor, same. Yeah, no, not where I'm at. We're not getting any snow down here. That's for fucking sure. I live in Colorado. There's a few people here in the stream that I believe live in Colorado. Maybe 2. Oh, what's up, Legend? My bad, dude. How are you, dude? Legend, what's your workday looking like? You almost out? Yep. Okay, guys. Well, until then, we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna sip on this fucking coffee. 10 viewers in the building. What's up, everybody? We're growing, man. We're growing. Our minimum every stream has been around 9 or 10 now, which has been just incredible. The support has been just unbelievable. I'm hoping that we can start averaging around 15 by the end of the month. That's my hope. And the reason I set those goals and hopes is we want to grow here as a community, man. We want more people that can find this as their home and make more friends, and we can continue building, you know what I mean? And that means more people. Hopefully wrapping a final call. Gotcha, Legend. Gotcha. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Okay. I could play some COD. No, we have 8 minutes, chat. We have literally fucking 8 minutes. I'm so upset that we were watching that Dragon Ball transformation video and then we got fucking copyright claimed. Unbelievable. I can't believe that actually happened to us. That was actually really, really funny. Okay. So yeah, what else do I gotta tell you, chat? Am I missing anything? That's what I did today. Tonight we have the stream with the fiance, and then tomorrow we won't be here for the first game of the day. We'll be here for the second game. So I believe if I go here and I look at the schedule for tomorrow, the schedule for tomorrow is stage 1 community picks. Boom. Schedule for tomorrow is 3 p.m., 4:30 p.m., 6 p.m. So we will not be here for the Gorillas versus Legion, and we will most likely be here for Mutineers versus Ultra, and then Thieves versus Subliners. And then Sunday we should be here for all these games. But to be honest, chat, put a 1 in the chat if you want to be live. If you guys actually have any interest in watching this first game. Because if we're not, like, if you don't have any Raven fans in here or Surge fans, like, I mean, do we want to see 2 horrible teams go at it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's do one of these. I want to watch it because it might be close. Got it. That could be a good competitive game between the 2 levels. Excuse me. Fuck. How am I yawning? Okay. Yo, my Twitter be fucking out of hand right now. You guys are fucking weirdos. Yo, EST Gaming, welcome back, man. Pleasure to have you here. I'm sorry about your rocker yesterday, but it's all right. It's all right. I have players on both, thanks. Let me check. So today, my whole team is playing today, essentially. No. I think one of my players plays tomorrow. It's Toronto plays tomorrow. And I have Vinny, aka Methods. Where's my team? Yeah, so I have Dashian, Scump, and Optic playing today. And then I have Methods playing tomorrow at 4:30. Boom. Boom. And then the guy I'm playing today has Formal. Fuck. He has Neptune and Bance. So Neptune's on Florida tomorrow as well, and then formal today, and then Bance as well tomorrow. Ooh. Okay, so far I have Kenny who scored a 70, and that's the only person on my team that scored anything, and he has Ilya on his team, and Ilya has scored 67. And then Dallas got him a 79. And I believe that score is so high because they 3-0'd them. Yeah, I think the whole chat got Optic winning 100%. Hey, what's up, Wilbert? Yes, baby, 319. I'm believing for 320 today, guys. If you have any friends or anything that you know would enjoy the shits, man, and or maybe they haven't given a chance to watching the league, or they're not big into streams, hey, that could all change. So make sure you're letting a friend know. Hell yeah, baby. 319. Let's fucking go. And for everybody that's watching, make sure you leave a like on the video. We got 11 concurrent viewers and 6 likes. So make sure you hit that like, guys. It just helps us on the channel so much, man. It's just ridiculous. Fucking YouTube algorithms. If I could choose, I would just not care about likes or anything like that. But unfortunately, I have to. I have no choice. You guys gonna go fucking live? I don't understand why you don't do a pre-show. It doesn't make any sense. So silly. In basement, I'll be back. Yeah, you're gonna lose your signal. COD League. I'll be lurking because I'm doing some schoolwork. All good. Chat, have you guys seen the clip of the nade that fucked me up yesterday? One of the craziest nades I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna post it today. You guys gotta see it. You guys gotta fucking see it. It happened during the stream yesterday, and that shit was bananas. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Where is it? This yawn is going to be used in future Jurassic Park movies. That yawn? Was that a good yawn? I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm drinking coffee. I'm a little tired, but I'm not dead. Where the fuck is this video? YouTube, clips. Where is this? You guys ready to see the craziest nade? I swear on my life, the craziest nade your eyes will ever have seen. Ever. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, this is literally one of the greatest nades ever created. Where is this fucking video? Craziest nade ever. Right here. Did I delete it? Shit. Did I delete it somehow? How do you want to open this file? What the fuck? What do you mean, how do I want to open this file? I think I deleted it. Fuck. Okay, you guys will just have to wait. No big deal. Though I think I am going to change it. Yeah, FaZe winning. Do I think do I have FaZe winning against fuck, were they playing? Against Gorillas? Yeah, of course FaZe is gonna win. Chicago never loses on mom. Chicago will never lose. Okay. I seriously think that Chicago has a chance to like do something unheard of this year if they just stay on their shit. Like, it might be overhyped. But it's possible that Chicago could win every fucking game this year. No bullshit. Every game this year. I'm not capping, chat. Every game. But they would have to go Super Saiyan mode. Like, just be consistent. I think they have that talent. Like, it's crazy. Like, they could be Golden State. Like, lose 7 games in a whole season. Like, okay, they're not going to go undefeated, but to me, if Chicago leaned into their potential with every bit of ounce and energy, they could drop like 3-4 maps the whole year. I'm telling you. What's up, Poppy? I had a 2v1 clutch yesterday and I clipped it because it was nasty, but it didn't save. It's the worst when you want to clip something, you can't fucking save it. Someone clipped this, so we hold this to this statement. Layden, lick my balls. That's what I have to say to you, Layden. They're not going to go undefeated, but they have a chance to do something incredible. And I think you guys are going to see today, if you have not seen Chicago play, the type of crazy shit that they're on. All right, it launched. Here we go.
Who spends himself
Here we go.
in a worthy cause.
Here we go.
The credit belongs to those who dare greatly. And to those that fail, at least fail daringly.
I just fucking spilled.
The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. The call doesn't care if you fight for 1 or 20,001. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. It's what's next, what's now, and what will always be.
Scum from up high. 1, 2. This is non-stop. You've got nowhere to run. It's a massacre. Oh, no. Wow. Airstrike coming. It's an ambush. The spawns are out of control.
The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Yo, Devin, can you play Rust? Yo, Devin. Yo, Devin. Are you subscribed to the channel? Devin, have you liked this video? Devin, are you a frequent commenter? Maybe if you were.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CDL pregame presented by USAA.
Come on,
we
Devin.
Are live from
Come
our
on, Devin.
incredible virtual step with the beautiful Atlanta lights behind us, and what a beautiful day
Okay.
it is. Some Call of Duty League action.
What are
I
you
am
guys
so excited.
doing?
I'm very pumped to also be joined by my two wonderful, strapping young gentlemen on the desk. I've got Mr. X and English joining me once again. Lovely to have you boys back. But I tell you what, before I do talk to these two wonderful gents, I have to talk about what happened yesterday. We had the first day of our season, and boy, some feisty matches were on the cards. Let's take a look at the highlights right now, because if you missed it, I don't know where you were. Day one brought us two feisty matches with two teams breezing through their debut of the season. The season got underway with, first of all, the Thieves making their CDL debut against Rocker. The excitement surrounding their return to competitive gaming was epic, and they showed they were ready as they took down Rocker 3-1 and started the season off.
We just hit 320. Devin, was that you who just subscribed? Devin, was that just you who subscribed that got us to 320?
The defending champs, Dallas Empire, took on the Seattle Surge, and boy, they didn't miss a beat. As dominant as ever, sweeping the Surge 3-0 behind a huge day from their entire roster. I mean, I did get to speak to Crim6 at the end of that match, and he was on top form as per usual, showed off all of the ice that he's been earning, of course, in his career, including the incredible ring that he did earn from last season. The defending champs, people, look at those stats. You can't argue with those. And talking about arguments, Nameless, you got any arguments that right now Dallas Empire might just be the best team?
All right, since they're doing a recap,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty apparent.
we'll
that they're
go
the best
back
in
and
the team
forth,
to-
okay? Until they start talking about the match. Yo, 320. I have been subbed since you played Rust. Awesome, Devin. So that means you want me to keep playing Rust. Sure. I understand, man. We're going to play a lot of games here on the channel, though. We're not a one-hit wonder. I mean, I know you want me to play the game that you're really enjoying, that you found us playing, but we'll go back to it if we're feeling it.
Like, these guys just do crazy things. They take over games, and yeah, they're just the team to beat right now.
I do want to see them against like some of the top teams, though, right? You know, we see them against Seattle yesterday. You see three of their players.
Cheers
you know,
to
in the top
320,
three in
chat.
terms of KD.
Yeah.
You understand it was
Cheers.
a huge blowout
I want to see what they look like against FaZe, what they look like against Optic and Thieves before we really kind of say they're head and shoulders above everybody else.
Couldn't agree more. You've got to test the waters, right, gents? You've got to test the waters against all the oppositions we have. And Nameless said at the beginning, you know, we've got an incredible competitive thing going on here. And talking about thing, we got a schedule for you guys right on the screen. Today's schedule, starting things off, we do have Optic Chicago versus Paris Legion. After that, we have a killer of a match. We've got LAG taking on Atlanta FaZe. Very excited to see how the Atlanta FaZe stack up against a very new and improved LAG. And then, of course, we do have the opening weekend continues. It goes on to Saturday and Sunday. We got LAG taking on Legion, Mutineers versus Ultra. Our Game Fuel marquee match on Saturday is LA Thieves versus NYSL. And then Sunday brings us London versus Surge, Empire versus Rocker, and the
Chat,
Game Fuel.
who has the best and who has the worst logo in the league? 3, 2, 1, go. Have you ever heard played Jedi Fallen Order? I got it and it is so fun. Yes, I had it, played it, had literally the worst glitches, like falling through the map, unplayable. After 2 hours, I had to return it. I just literally couldn't play it, and it was unfortunate because I was having a lot of fun.
Or should I say a brick out of their wall? Take a look at your Optic Chicago.
Here we go. Here we go.
The more I talk about it, the more insane this roster was.
It looked like they were good, but not good enough to beat the likes of Empire and FaZe. Arsenes and Pristini out. Dashy in. There was drama going into this year that Dashy was trying to leave Optic to get on Huntsman.
Basically, he told Seth and Hector, like, yo, you guys gotta come save me.
Brandon, he's a super disgusting player. His 5-piece that he got on Seaside.
Coming in through the front line, Dashy!
Disgusting.
I am okay with this roster. I don't love the move, but I know Dashy could prove me wrong.
Who is going to lead the troops? That is my single biggest concern.
You said Hex? Hex did what? He bought Optic back? No comment. No comment.
All right, Devin, we'll see you when you get back, man. Hope you'll come back,
Starfield
dude.
roster, that is something you cannot argue. This Optic roster is looking so hot. I mean, their performance at the Kickoff Classic was one that I won't forget. And considering it was quite an anticipated matchup, very interesting results coming off the back of that. But Nameless, I know it's early days. I know it's early doors. We haven't really seen too much from our teams. But do you think, that Optic are really going to be a contender for the title at the end of the season?
I do. I like this team a lot. And obviously, kickoff was super early, even right now, it's the beginning stages. But these guys have had a lot of months of practice, right? And you saw them at kickoff how bad they beat LA Thieves. Quite frankly, they looked,
not narrowly.
Fuck!
I have horrible fucking comprehension skills. Narrowly? Fuck. Yeah, barely, but narrowly, right? Narrowly, that's right. 100%. What's up, narrowly?
They'll be an absolute contender throughout the whole season.
I think they will be a contender throughout the entire year. I think just how far they go depends on Dashy, right? Which Dashy do we get? And I know for what periods of time do we get that Dashy? I think keeping him engaged, keeping him motivated, I think it'll be key for them throughout the year. And you kind of already see, with some of the content they've had, like he just seems to vibe really well with like Scump and Formula and Hector. And I think, you keep him, up in terms of his vibe. And I think we see what he can do in the past, right? Just an absolutely tremendous player, somebody who can take over games, just has to do it for a whole season now.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, and it's a good question in itself. What Dashy will we get? I'm actually quite confident that we're going to get a different Dashy this season completely. I think we're going to see a new form from this guy. Looking at the barracks hosted by TP and having Hector on, it was very interesting to see Hector's perspective on Dashy and what he's going to do this season. He says that, he is the one that they're kind of cushioning. They're looking at this young gun who can really come up and make something for himself. And he mentioned the motivation, he mentioned the focus. And to have your org owner, your team leader behind you, knowing that you have this pressure on your shoulders to perform with the rest of the team, I think Dashy can handle it. I think this is exactly where he wants to be. This is the roster he wants to be on. And this is where he can shine the most. And I think any professional Call of Duty player would take that and run with it. So I'm very excited to see what we're going to see from Dashi all season, including today. Very, very exciting. We're going to have to move on though, because I've got some very exciting things to share with you guys. You all could be winners today, folks. I'm talking to you in chat because we have some big news for you. During our Optic versus Paris game, it will be this week's T-Mobile 5G weekly drop. So,
Ooh.
5G Weekly Drop is your weekly shot at epic CDL prizes, and it's all thanks to T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network, of course. And what is bigger and faster than some instant prizing, folks? You know, I don't think you could name it. Don't even try. Oh. So during this match, text T-Mo Drip to 313131 to win. Double check.
Now?
313131. Write it down and get it in.
Now?
That's what you got to do.
You got to get Ant's shirt as a prize for T-Mobile Drip.
Dude,
we
the
do.
shirt's not the drip, man. It's the person wearing it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
now? Do we text it now?
No, you can't just give it to the shirt.
I'll leave you with that thought, folks. We're going to be back right after this break. We have our first match of the day kicking off. We got Optic versus Legion. I'm going to be voicing that one. We have Study and Lando. See you for this.
Yo, Jorge, am I playing you in my COD Fantasy League right now? Jorge, am I playing you? Because I'm about to fucking spank you. I'm about to spank you in our COD League. T-Mobile is sponsoring the CDL. Hey, man. It's still growing. So those are wins, guys. Those are wins. We got to cheer on the gaming community growing, man. Even if they were signed by Metro fucking T-Mobile. Metro PCS. Like, wins are win, man. More people investing in the thing that we love is a good thing. Just did a draft. And got Octane, Hook, Kenny, Slasher, and LAT for my fantasy. Not bad. It's not bad. Narly. Yeah, Narly. I'm taking a picture of that. I'm taking a picture of that so I don't ever fuck it up again. Narly. Got it. Fucking got it. You just woke up? Is it 3 Eastern Standard Time for you? Is it 3 p.m.? Because if you just woke up, what a life. Did you check out the betting websites for CDL? No, because I wasn't sure about which one it was. Yeah, Jorge, you got formal? Yeah, you're getting smoked. I'm smoking you today. Okay, I know you guys posted some of the places I could bet. Where can I bet? You guys posted it somewhere. My bookie. It's definitely too late now, but it's good to know for the future. Because I'm going to be betting on Optic all year. My bookie. Where can I find the COD League? CDL. Where's CDL?
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Someone just send me a link.
US Army. What's your warrior?
I can't find it here.
Greetings, Call of Duty
fans.
Oh, esports.
Welcome
back to the Atlanta home series. It is opening weekend day number 2. And boy, do we have a double header for you. Accidentally rhyming to start off the season. Oh my gosh. We are in the virtual set. Look at us studying.
They're calling this game. Why are they calling this game? Oh my god. I like them, but they're not the top dogs.
For this first matchup, for us, it's gonna be our first cast of the entire year, and there's no better way to start it, man. We got Optic versus Paris. It's gonna be an insane match.
Damn, Study looking fucking iced out. God damn.
Yeah, is it our turn to try this? Okay, we're gonna do it the right way. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
that
we
was
almost
close.
had it. We almost had it.
That was pretty good. I like that. All right. Without further ado, the fist bumps are out of the way. Let's go ahead and meet our first team, Paris Legion.
No, this is going to be a 3-0. This is going to be fucking toilet paper wiping their ass.
Wonderful start here from Paris Legion. Paris Legion just about pushed that player off the hard point.
Can they clutch up and go big?
Classic just being aggressive in the plane.
He's a rookie, right?
He finds the kill.
Unbelievable stuff.
Awkward from the back end, able to pick up 3 along the way.
Paris Legions.
What a round!
That is your Paris Legion. You can
Nope.
see on screen a
Nope.
totally different
Fire is
looking
Puerto
roster
Rican.
in comparison to last year's study. Obviously, we transitioned from 5v5 to 4v4.
Where's Classic from?
We're a totally different looking team.
Aqua looks like he's got a fucking fishbowl in his mouth.
Kind of sitting in the front, debuting today is that man Fire 4.
Hey, here he looks a little more normal.
Yeah, man. He's
That's a
gonna
weird
be the
picture.
rookie on this roster, man, making his very first appearance in the CBL.
Grabs just fucking woke
Besides
up.
the
This is
kickoff
what
tournament,
Narrowly looks like right now.
Super excited to watch this guy play. When I first started playing the game in the beginning of the year, we were running some 8s.
Dude didn't even fucking brush his teeth. 100%.
Absolutely. Obviously, a lot of things to be excited about when it comes down to Paris.
Italian.
But obviously, they have one team they're facing off against today. A pretty big favorite. I know what the common term is. What time does Optic play? It's right now. Let's go ahead and meet Optic Chicago.
Let's go! Hype!
Bristol Mighty keeps it going normal. Looking fantastic. Envoy slaying his way through. Scott from up high, the king.
Let's fucking
Really
go.
starting to run that score up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Optic Gaming are back.
Chicago are a force to be reckoned with.
Graphics
It's
are
no
so much
surprise,
better.
Study. I mean, what? The Optic Chicago team looked fantastic at Kickoff Classic, without a doubt. One of the most
Spaceships in the
dominant
fucking
performances
chat.
of the weekend, taking down LA Thieves 3-0. This team from top to bottom looks absolutely
Exclamation point, hype.
scary,
Fuck, I fucked it up.
especially with the new addition of Dashy.
When I think about this entire team, man, it's just spectacular players across the board. I can't even believe they were allowed to put this team together, man.
Insane.
You're adding Dashy back
Insane.
to Formal and Scump. They have previously teamed before, and they just had the vibes that are just out of this world. And when you have Envoy, it's going to be your S&E play caller, your sub-dominant kind of player. He's going to be that vocal leader for this team. I just don't see any weaknesses besides what Nameless said. For them in S&E is the only thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Here are game fuel keys for Chicago. We'll get into those here in just a moment. But really, when we talk about this team study, as you called it, right, the addition of Dashy only really makes them more scary. And I know that there were a lot of talks about losing Arcties, how that kind of factors into things. Envoy's really been kind of leading the way for the comms. But again, our game fuel keys to victory here for Chicago. Keep up the slaying dominance from Kickoff Classic. Again, end that match versus the LA Thieves. All players put up a 1.20 major goal for them, and they kind of talked about it in a few of their content pieces. They want to get out of the gates early. They want to lock in those respawns. And as we've been discussing it, right? Feed off the talent. These guys, right? We know it, right? These guys are full with talent. You have to be aware of it, especially if you're on that Legion side. As we'll go ahead and
Scraps
take a look
is
at the
heavy
game keys to
vibing right
victory
now.
Here for the Paris Legion. Study, walk me through them, buddy.
Gotta get high early, man. Use your slaying talent to steal an early respawn. And I'm looking at Aqua and Fire. Both players at the kickoff with a 1.3 and a 1.2 really stepping up. Fire to make his statement out the gate. This is your debut. You need to make an impact and make your name known worldwide, especially versus a team like Optic. Keep setting up Aquas for success. Like I said, 1.3 in the kickoff class.
Friends, if you're watching the video right now, we got 17 viewers in the building. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you've been enjoying the channel for quite a bit of time. Make sure you guys do that. Let's go, baby! Exclamation point hype in the fucking chat.
These Optic players, and this should be a tremendous series.
Oh,
That one
Scump
actually
is
specifically
locked the
on
fuck
this
in.
Game one, right? Because kind of out of the gates, just to kind of put in perspective for the folks at home, how important is this game one, right? It's the official kind of launch. I know we had the Kickoff Classic, but this is where the points really kind of start to come in. How important is this game one in regards to momentum for the remainder of this series for both of these teams?
Oh, well, it's absolutely huge,
go.
man, especially starting on Raid Hardpoint. This is one of those classics maps that you're going to have players like Scump, probably Formal, have played this
Let's
back
go,
in the
boys.
day. When we first started competing against each other back in Black Ops 2, which is basically like 10 years ago, they're going to have this map down
fucking
to
go.
a T. So if you're new players like Fire, probably haven't got a chance.
Why are they always late to the start?
Yeah, you definitely do. And we talked about this map when it was in the rotation back in Black Ops 2. What Scump, he was one of the youngest players. 8 years later, he's now one of the oldest. A classic indeed as we get this thing started off. Paris having a few opportunities to hop inside the hill off the rip, but it is going to be Chicago taking over control early. And it looks as if they do hold spawns for next. Player number 4 possibly cause a little bit of problems. Fire, he gets cut down. Same thing with Dashy as he falls in the hill.
And this is great for Optic right off the rip. You go 3 dead once again. You're going to be able to at least
What
gain
the
another
fuck?
15 seconds on this first hill. And you have the rotation towards that kitchen side. So far, they're starting off this hard point hot. We're going to need Paris Legion to
timing.
start focusing a little bit more on the rotation, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Fight through mid-map. Totally forget about that P1 hard point. Just set up for the second.
We'll see how they look to try to engage the front. Scump, first man in the line of fire. And Envoy actually
Let's
tosses out the
go.
nade. That's going to be 3 in the feed.
Nice.
Classic. Doing everything he
Nade.
can through money, and it looks as if it actually is going to work out for him. So he is able to stay alive, and despite the nade, Legion do get the spawns kind of toward that back basketball court position. So highlight plays from Chicago. Paris still keeping strong.
Yeah, Classic made a tremendous play, going around that water side, going to money, trying to pick up a 2P, forces his player to spawn at basketball, and the opposite players from Optic to spawn towards raid, but they just did a great job of just holding this from the front, eventually clearing out the players in the back. They're going to hold a full 60 on this P2, and since this is raid hardpoint, man, you're going to have to answer back quick on this garage hill, or this game can get out of hand quick for Paris.
Beautiful.
Classic, one of the first men already out of the gates, and but Legion, they actually end up spawning toward that back kitchen position. So if you're Chicago, this is great for you, given the start of this game. You're already in a great position in regards to the score, and now you can also lock down P2 to P3, which by no means is common. Fire with that 74U wants to try to get in here before the trophies start to get locked down. Optic setting up camp as they will hold on at least to the start of this first set of rotations, but see what they have up their sleeves in regards to the initial attack, as Envoy keeping it up on a 5 spree, starting things off at 10-4. How about a 6th one in a row? Dylan Envoy absolutely heating up, as no one from Paris really even having an opportunity to get closer toward that hill. A few players still sitting in art. And how about the 7th?
Oh my God.
Envoy
Thought he was going to lose
not
that.
slowing down. Heads over to top art. Don't tell me he's going to win with this fight. Oh, a little bit close. A little bit close. A good opportunity, but what a start from Chicago out of the gates. Already a 100-point advantage.
And this is scary for the Paris Legion. So far, they have got destroyed on every single one of rotations. Even when they're getting there early, people on Optic are winning their gunfights one-on-one. And so far, they have grown to a 130-point lead. You saw that Envoy picked up that artillery. He's going to be able to use it off the rotation. This is why they sent in 3 towards that backside. But Fire and Classic trying to play spoiler, able to take 2 down, now forcing all of Optic to spawn back at water.
I know we saw it for a moment, Fire. I think it was a 1-9 start in your debut. That's not exactly what you want as the Legion try to hold here at basketball. We're going to go to an Astro Gaming listening.
I didn't know he started that bad. I didn't look. He's 2-9.
Money, one shot. With you, I'm with you. Close time. I'm actually reload after that. Money, set. You want time? Money, you want time, I'm waiting. He's close. Ready? I'm fighting. Let's go, bait. On the heady, hurt. On the heady, not feeling.
Good shit, Dash. One more, baby. Nice.
Water in the back, water in the back. I hit up.
Where's that trophy?
I'm behind him. Nice. Yo, there's spawning auto, 2 of them.
Yeah, you can get ring.
Yeah, I'm going ring. 2 spawn auto. Cut out scraps. I have ring, guys. I have ring. Where's the kitchen?
One could be water too.
I got one ring.
Beautiful. He's 1 death. Chad, he has 1 fucking death. He's died 2 times.
I have ring. I have kitchen. Full stairs. I have full stairs. Nothing ring, nothing stairs. I have your kitchen, Yuli. 2 of them. Stay down. I have your one split out. One more. I spawned new. 2 there.
I'm watching our Zig.
Yeah.
Communication, a good indicator for the way that this game is going, Study. I mean, really kind of throughout that calm session, it is Chicago streak after Chicago streak. The XM4 is hot for Formal. It is hot for Dash. I mean, everybody is going off right now. I think Formal just a moment ago was like 12-2. Now he's 13-4. They are all guns ablaze to start off this raid hardpoint.
This is unbelievable, man. This is a great first rotation of hardpoints. They dominated every single rotation. They are winning a majority of their gunfights. We were talking about it beforehand. Aqua and Fire need to be those players to step up. 7-15 for the young man. Decided to change off that submachine gun and pull out that XM4 to try to bring his team back into this one. But the good thing is, they get this remaining time. They do have that spawns for kitchen. Optic's going to look like they're going to waste a lot of streaks going to this Q1 to try to get some time to push towards that 200-point mark. But Paris Legion, they need an answer, and 3 go down for them right there. Hopefully, they're able to keep the rotation spawns.
That's our first streak we've seen being used.
Player, which is going to be Classic, has a big gunfight versus Envoy.
Yeah, big situation right now for Classic. Envoy in the back spawns, able to shut him down. So a good attempt for Envoy, at least for the moment. Classic cleans him up. Paris now with the P1 time, now heading into Kitchen. This is their opportunity.
Nice
to
turnaround.
bring this one back, and it has to happen now. Scump pretty much walks right through the front door of Kitchen. Nobody watching it. Scraps also ends up getting taken down. Classic up close. He also falls. T2P, they hold strong. Optic pretty much walk right through the front of the hill, and they take it right back over. That's what, the third, if not fourth hill that Optic has pretty much not held the rotation for, yet grabbed the time, as now we see a team kill come through on Scraps and Fire.
Yeah, Paris Legion, they just did not have a good setup. Nobody watching the front side, just that one player sitting in money. All they have to do is just break through that front, forcing the players from Paris to eventually spawn out towards water. And now Optic was holding this from the front. They have 22 seconds remaining on this hill. They're going to be able to push it to another hill into that P3. It's looking like Paris is going to be fully set up to try to bring this game back in. But the way that Optic are starting off this hot point is so hot.
It is.
Let's see.
And for Legion, you're just
Close it out strong. Close it out strong.
You can try to mitigate a lot of the early dominance that we've seen as Envoy is calling the artillery.
Ooh.
It used to be called Lambos. The cars here now, they can explode. And unfortunately for a few of the Legion numbers, they're probably
That's the game.
Progressively more
That's
and more.
the game.
A lot of experience with Chicago. We
Good
talked
shit.
about a few of these maps. This one in particular, as Envoy comes pretty much right through, ends up taking them down. It's the explosives working to his advantage. There's a few more seconds left, and this one is going to be cleaned up. Can Scraps get there in time? No.
Game,
not
baby.
Gonna happen. And Optic Chicago come out with a dominant Game 1 victory.
Let's go.
Ooh, that's
Good
exactly
shit.
how you want to start if you're Optic, man. From start to finish, they were dominating every single rotation. The team comms were there when we went for the Astro Gaming listening. And then even
Let's
towards the very end of that
go.
game, they were just hitting the front of hills, knowing that they had streaks.
Dude.
They had the advantage to break it, and they were just dominant from start to finish, man. Great first hard point from Optic.
That's really what you want, right? Obviously, if you're Chicago, we've been talking about it. You know, coming into this first hard point, you want to try to have a good performance early, and for that guy in particular, right? Dashy, there's a lot of talk in regards to him. You know, was he the right pickup for Chicago? Is he the right player to kind of fuel what is this next season for Optic? And obviously now back under Hex and all those things, all the hype that kind of leads into it. And
What do we think,
that is
chat?
exactly what you want to see if you're Optic. On the flip
Beautiful
side,
or
for
what?
Paris, I mean, what's study? We've talked about it, right? Coming into this series, a big one for Legion is, hey, can they come out of the gates early? Can they try to, maybe walk away with the Game 1 hard point? That is now out of the window, without question, as a number of different highlight moments for Chicago throughout this one. Game 2 S&D is now circled for Legion as, I don't want to say a must-win, because, you know, you kind of get it, but based on that first respawn, it's not looking great.
Yeah, man. Going into that first respawn, I was
What's up,
expecting it to be
Llama?
a lot closer. We were talking about Aqua and Fire, both dropping
Easy money, chat.
1.2 throughout the entire kickoff classic.
Easy money, chat.
Yeah, they just didn't wake up. So if you're going into the search and destroy, you need to be able to bounce back.
Definitely do. Well, obviously a lot of pressure now put on to Paris, as we'll be right back with game number 2 right after this.
Let's go, baby. Guys, what a win. It's just good to see them play, man. Imagine? Also, yeah, Karma just joined Optic as well. Chat, if you're watching the video, we got 10 likes and 19 viewers in the building. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel, man. We're just vibe. If you're new here, say hello. We don't bite. Say hello. What's going on? Yeah, we got 19 viewers and 12 likes. Something's not adding up. 13 likes, 18 viewers. Interesting. It's not lining up. 14. There we go. We got 4 more of you that are confused, or I don't know, not good at math. One of the two. Guys, is there an Optic emoji? Does that exist? There isn't one. There should be one that I can copy. I would like to be able to make that a command so we can spam it. 16 likes, 17 viewers. Starting to make sense again. Who's gonna suck my toes? 17 viewers, 17 likes. Now that's a supportive community. Thank you guys. Thank you. It makes a big difference. I know for you guys it takes 5 seconds to just go like it, but for the channel it literally, one extra like could throw us into the algorithm that we're not expecting and change this whole stream in 5 seconds, literally.
At my age, period. I play every single day. I'm putting kids on the ground
I see.
every single day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You guys showed so much love for Season 1. The Barracks is back for Season 2. Brought to you by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. In this episode, we're going one-on-one with Optic Gaming owner Hex. He's one of the most well-known Call of Duty personalities.
I can guarantee, and I mean with the capital G, that I am going to continue to sell more hoodies than anybody in Call of Duty has ever sold.
Damn.
Period. End of story.
I coached the team for a while. He got his baby back, reacquired Optic Gaming, now under Optic Gaming Chicago here in the CDL. The mastermind who made the Green Wall a household name,
Optic Gaming on the board,
is now back home. Stay tuned for all that and more on this episode of The Barracks.
And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
3 dislikes, chat. It's okay. If people dislike it,
T-Mobile is jumping
it is what it
in
is,
Metro
chat.
by T-Mobile
We keep on
left off to
moving.
Deliver even more access
Keep
and
on
ways
moving.
to engage with CDL action that you love. You can watch the full episode of The Barracks on our CDL YouTube channel. Also, T-Mobile weekly drop during this match. Make sure to text T-Mo Drip to 313131 to win. Prizes this year will include CDL merch.
Ace, he used to live near you? Bro, I need to fucking take a vacation in your
during
house.
T-Mobile All-Star Weekend and Champs, as well as so much more. Make sure to tune in each week to find out what's in play. Again, text T-Mo Drip to 313131 for a chance to win using my T-Mobile device. Study, a lot of awesome stuff for the people watching at home. Like the gameplay is obviously entertaining. We also got ways to reward the viewers for that, for of course their support and for obviously their dedication.
I know about the fisherman
tell you
thing,
what, man,
Ace.
Getting back into this game,
I want to go
that was
fishing
quick.
with him.
A lot quicker than I think we both expected. We knew Chicago, right? They've looked excellent in respawns. Legion, a lot of
SND is
questions
going to be fun. Let's see how the boys look on SND.
But that was just dominant.
Yeah, man, every single rotation off the rip, they were just winning their gunfights for Optic. They were flipping spawns, holding them perfectly. You just heard it in the comp. They just sound so fluent, sound so clean. They were just ready for that.
They definitely were very well and prepared. Optic Chicago now really for Paris Legion. To kind of start off this segment, I think, kind of in the start of the show, the analysts were kind of talking about it, Lottie and the boys. It was like, hey, search and destroy, this is going to have to be their win.
Let's go, let's go.
Respawn, search and destroy, pretty much circle it. This is where you have to start to bring it back. Now, when it came down to the Kickoff Classic, at least for Paris, they did win one search and destroy, that one being on Miami. They actually dropped Checkmate to London 6-3.
Why are they always late?
A little bit of history when it comes down to
Why are they always late on the
history.
games?
We'll see how this round begins.
I want to see them run in.
Off as Envoy finding the first blood onto fire. The bomb quickly trying to make its way, of course, into that top plane. B, the preferred site. We talked about this map with no smokes, no snipers. Definitely has changed things up a bit. But current 2 versus 2, Scraps may have an opportunity. Try to cut down Scump, but the plant does officially go through. And now we have a little bit of a stack up. Players just happening to walk right past each other. Portal ends up falling, and there goes Scump as well. Paris grabbing the first one.
That was a great defense. You saw Envoy, he opened up with the first blood onto Flyer into that plane side, but Aqua and his teammate Classic were pushed up on towards that AS&D. Classic eventually pushed up and got one. Aqua was there for the trade. Once that bomb goes down, Scraps knew exactly where the players ran out towards that left wing. Aqua put himself in a great position right here, not panicking, just waiting for more players to come out. It was a great first defense, and if you're Paris Legion, this needs to be that answer back because, like I said, this is a team that was formed with players that nobody really wanted to put on their rosters, so this can be one of those scary teams, especially in a map like Search and Destroy.
Yeah, that's a great point, right? Legion, a lot of guys kind of coming together. I know in a few conversations with guys like Fire, Scraps as well, they've talked about, hey, we're trying to rally around kind of being in a similar situation. We'll see if that kind of factors in this game too, trying to rally around each other, bring this one back. B, yet again, the target and Scump from the floor does get dropped by the nade, so nice early start for Paris in your beginning offense. The trophy's going to be out. Dashy, aware of it, decides to go ahead and hold on. They try to attack this from the wing. On the outside, actually through the windows. Classic able to shut down Dashy. An instant 2 versus 4 now for Chicago as Formal able to pretty much pipe on in, takes down Scraps. Aqua from afar could try for the challenge, but one up top, one down below. Formal, last man alive. Could make something happen. Does shut down Fire, so 2 more players left, and both of them just happen to be right where he's walking as Paris starting things off well.
Another great offense. You saw Classic opening up that first nade onto Scump.
Orange, what's up, baby?
Fortunately for Scump, he got stuck. There were no trophies yet on the map. But as soon as Classic was able to get that kill, throws his trophy down, works for the bomb plant. Formal was trying to do everything he can in that 1v3, but that was just a great setup overall by Paris Legion.
Yeah,
Formal looks pissed.
Again, like we discussed it, right? This is what you want. This is what you need off of what was a very difficult first map loss. I think it was like 7 minutes clocked in at the way that they envisioned for it to start. Fire, 0-2. Brick off the search and destroy. And on the other end for Chicago, it looks as if it's going to be that 2-2 split toward the A Street. Envoy, it likes to rain here. We saw that in the Kickoff Classic versus the Thieves. 2 early headshots for the Legion.
2 down again, boys. Come on, wake up.
Attack pretty much over toward the opposite side. Quickly gets spoiled. Scump now on the flank. Gets punched in the face, and Classic is going to be there. Dashy is going to at least find the trade, but really in back-to-back-to-back rounds, Optic finding themselves in non-favorable positions as the Legion are looking strong off the start, and a lot of it really kind of came from this initial push here, Stud.
Yeah, that's the second time so far on their defense that they're sending 2 players towards that A site. And they're just being aggressive, making sure they're eliminating that side of the map from Optic Gaming. Once they gain all that information, even if players are there, they're winning the trades. They're always putting themselves in a man advantage. They're really playing their defense as well.
I know Chicago talked a lot, really kind of coming into, you know, kind of opening weekend here. The Atlanta home series, Search and Destroy, is one that they've kind of felt confident in. It's been one that they've been really working on, but so far in this checkmate, Paris have without a doubt had their number. As Dashy quickly brought down to 16 HP, a common spot as Paris quickly around the corner, check it, but Dashy, he's long gone, at least for the time. So, site cleared out. This is no surprise, the bomb site to watch. Classic's obviously going to be able to get it down, but come toward the flank, may be able to catch an angle, tosses out the nade just to get some information, goes for the challenge, no teammate support, tries to hide behind the bomb, Scraps.
Ooh, good try.
Too good, shuts him down with the headshot. Envoy, meanwhile, on the flank, is able to take down Aqua. Fire realizes it, Envoy doesn't care. Here comes the pinch, Scraps will fall, and that is going to be a defuse. Now in for Chicago. Envoy continually on the flag.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal play out of Envoy there. Aqua, he was actually sitting in that back tower, and he got really bad timing there. As soon as he decided to jump out, Envoy pinches through that AS&D site, was able to pick up 2 players, and eventually win the round for his team. And now it's a great adjustment out of Optic there. They were giving up that B site on their very first offense, but they decided to completely give it up and work around the backside, and that's what Envoy did, and he executed that perfectly. Good round win.
Yeah, I liked what we saw, at least from the Legion off the rip, right? They were able to get Dashy off the wing, and they pretty much collapsed from there on, but the flank from Envoy, we know this guy in Search and Destroy. It's no secret, right? His opportunity last year back at MW, presence was felt in a number of different ways, but I feel like a lot of the highlights were in the mode of Search and Destroy, and he's able to rally back. The young shot caller for really a group of veterans, obviously Dashy, younger player still, but E2P got a lot of respect for this kid and see what he's got.
You see the adjustments coming out of Paris Legion on their defense.
Oh, this is interesting.
Paris Legion just completely giving up that AS&D. They have a player that was sitting into, which is Aqua, watching that cross. Optic was like, I'm not doing it again. We have lost it twice, and it's just not going to work. So Dashy's going to open up the first block onto Fire. Now it's looking like 45 seconds remaining on the clock.
That's crazy.
Commit towards B. They're going to have their hands full with that #1 player in Scraps sitting at the back left corner. Should be a bait and switch, and the Envoy's going to commit
nice.
Almost going to be
good movement. Good teamwork.
And he's going to get taken down. I love the patience out of Optic there to make those adjustments on their offensive rounds. Good round win.
Yum, yum.
Back to back, honestly, trying to echo things forward. Formal, best play of the round, is able to shut down 2. Both of them trying to make somewhat of an adjustment, but it was pretty much really the flip of a switch.
Beautiful
there for
round.
Chicago.
Beautiful round.
And really, we started talking about Paris quite a bit, saying, hey, this could be their opportunity to really kind of start to get things going. Chicago fires away with 2 quick rounds. You
Good
start
shit.
to notice a few of those streaks, indicating really the big difference makers toward the end of things. Envoy now on 3 in a row. On the other end, again, the debut for Fire, 1-4 to start. Not what you want to see, but again, I wouldn't say the game is early, but there's still some time for that guy to have a few good moments, Dud.
Yeah, it definitely is. He is just getting his feet wet in his first CDL match of his entire career. So,
You saw him.
he probably has a couple jitters in him, especially going up against players like Scump, like Formal, who you've been watching for a really long time. As I say that, they're going to be able to open up with 2 kills. Now it's Fire and Scraps. 50 seconds remaining in a 4v2 situation. Scraps does have that bomb in towards B, but there's a lot of players from Optic surrounding him.
Yeah, a lot of players ready to engage. Scraps is really just waiting for a call from Fire. We're really just waiting for some teammate support, given that the entire team of Chicago is still alive and they know exactly where they are. Fire able to find the pick onto Dashy, but are they aware? Scump is right around the corner. Scump able to find one. Scraps able to trade, but it is
I don't know how
Chicago
Scump lost that
really just with
gunfight.
that man count advantage. The 4 versus 2 is going to work out for them. They knew exactly where they were, just in the center of the plane.
Nice.
Nice shot from Fire.
Essentially back to 0-0 now. Let's go.
It's not good enough to earn the round.
Let's go.
The adjustments so far to Optic are huge, man. That's 3 straight rounds from them.
Yep.
They realize that both of their offenses, they cannot push A, and it's worked out for them twice. Now their defenses, they've just completely given up A and stacking towards that left side of the map. Formal was able to open up with the first blood, currently on a 3 spree. Gonna decide to play it slow this time. But Paris, once again, trying to fight for that plane control. Number 2, which is gonna be Classic, pushing up towards that bottom left wing. He might be able to get aggressive this round.
Classic wanting to be aggressive again. Envoy really right around the corner. If he can get that bit of control, he's going to fire out a few shots, but he really kind of around the corner makes things really difficult for Paris, just in terms of wanting to hold that plane control.
It's just information.
Given that it is
just getting information.
Bomb site, really the only one that we've seen attacked for the most part.
They have the cross set up. So what Classic and Aqua were doing right there, they had Aqua watch his entire left side of the map, and with Classic watching his entire A push through. It was a great setup.
Good
Unfortunately,
trade.
Gonna see Formal open up with a kill. Now we're in a 2v2 situation. Classic and Fire versus Dashy and Formal. 28 seconds remaining on the clock. Bomb is gonna be down on top of the plane. Dashy, unfortunately, is gonna get taken down by Classic, and Paris Legion are gonna walk away with that round.
Yeah, a good round for Legion, right? We were kind of echoing it. We were talking about it kind of off the start. Envoy was trying to get some presence, really kind of toward that back plane positioning, as you alluded to it. The crossfire from Legion kind of chokes out Chicago there for a moment.
Yeah, it kept them nice and hesitant.
Classic having some good situations here.
100,000 views.
Phenomenal. He knew that Envoy was
Really?
around the corner, did not commit
On the
to that
main
gunfight
channel?
right off the rip. He just continued to trust in Aqua, having his cross.
Wow,
Eventually
that's
it worked out for him.
legendary,
That was a
chat.
great
Legendary.
setup out of Paris Legion.
Now Legion will have their chance again at offense. We'll see if A possibly could be attempted at. Again, it's obviously a majority of the time it is going to be over in plane at B, and again, it'll be more of the same. Aqua looking for a few players possibly toward the bottom A wing, but nothing given, at least for now. A lot of these fights are pretty much just, kind of earning some shoulders, getting some line of sights. Chicago are trying to be ultra careful. Envoy gets hit with a nade, still alive. Nothing doing yet. Just as I say that, Dashy finds the first pick.
Dashy with the first blood is huge, but that number 7, who is going to be Envoy, has a big gunfight versus Aqua. Aqua's trying to work around that backside, but Envoy's able to spot him. He's going to back down, repositions himself. Now, Paris Legion had to eventually work this bomb plan towards B. We're going to have that number 8 player, which is going to be Scump, sitting on the opposite corner. Envoy with the big gunfight onto Aqua, winning his individual gunfight. Seeing that idle play right there. Scump able to take down Scraps. Last player is going to be up. He's going to get taken down by Formal. We have it all at 4-4,
Well
man.
done, well done.
These adjustments so far on this map are what keeping both of these teams alive, man.
And I feel like, too, when it comes down to a map
What's
like
that, chat?
Checkmate, I mean, it is kind of minor adjustments because, everybody knows where the fights are going to be at, right? It's going to be in the middle of the plane, but the way that you engage, the way that you find the first blood, the way that the offense and defense kind of works the A street,
Let's go,
A lot
baby.
of little things to pick up on, but as you called it, right? Legion, Chicago, both kind of being aware of each other's tendencies, trying to fire away at it. And we find ourselves now in a 4-4. What does Chicago have planned? Decent run toward that left wing. In the meantime, constant trades and Formal able to drop 2 in a row. Aqua now last alive and uses the trigger discipline, but
Formal
not
with that
gonna be
ace?
good enough as Chicago calls in the audible. How about the blitz? As that's now going to be their 5th. And how about this play from Formal, man?
Oh man, that was an insane play from Paris. They tried to catch him off guard, trying to rush towards that middle plane.
Formal
but
just
Scump
got
read it
everybody, right?
easy. Sat on the back of that control room, was able to pick up one, and he saw Formal slide in, able to pick up
Show
another
us the
2.
replay
I would've
instead of
liked
their
Paris Legion,
faces.
you know, we're going down to the final couple of crunch rounds to just play their standard
Like,
setup that they had.
obvious.
Watching their crosses was the best so far defensive round that they had, and being aggressive and playing right there, I feel like it's going to cost them in the end. Fire 3-7, Aqua 4-6. They have a big offensive round to win right here, especially with the way that Optic have been making their adjustments on their defensive rounds. They're going to have to open it up with a nice early first blood, especially on a player like Scump who plays that plane.
I was curious off the start if we were going to see Paris kind of show that same aggression that Chicago showed last round, but I want to say it was Scraps who realized kind of that opposite side was open. No trophy is going to blind Scraps for the time. Pretty much just trying to tuck away yourselves in these corners. Dashy finds the first blood. Classics there for the trade. Formal pretty much just hanging out on the wing. Plays big again. Aqua's
How?
there. Take him down. The constant X and OR fights are now going to leave Aqua all by himself. A 1 versus 2 to try and force the round 11. Bomb is going to be up in top plane, and if you're Dashy and
Just
Envoy,
wrapping all the way around.
the new young duo, they want to try to stay together. Dashy might have saw him, and Dashy does. Chicago
Good
walk
shit.
away with the search and destroy as well. A closer one, but another victory this time, 6-4.
Oh man,
Delicious!
Optic. We were talking about their
Delicious!
S&D woes before this series started, and that's a great S&D showing right off the rip of your very first match of the entire season, man. You saw the mid-game adjustments, both on offense and defensive rounds, and they were just picking them apart easy. We saw Fire. He was that player that was first blooded on that very last round, trying to challenge both Scump and Dashy in the back of that plane. It's probably not your best bet, especially with those two kind of players. But that was a great overall S&D from Optic. If you're Paris Legion, this one's going to sting a little bit. Now you're down 0-2 in the series versus probably one of the best respawn teams in the entire CDL. Even though we're just starting today, it's going to be scary going into map 3 being 0-2 if you're Paris.
Yeah, not a fun start for Paris by any means, but when we take a look at that scoreboard, man, Formal 11-6, Envoy 8-4, but really Formal was kind of the guy to watch, especially kind of toward the end of these rounds. Had a number of different awesome highlight plays, but I mean, you really called it well, Study. It was kind of this moment from Chicago where, hey, I think it was an 0-3 start for them. They start to make a few of these adjustments. They quickly begin to bring things back. They start to kind of learn from the tendencies. And again, on a map like Checkmate, it can be a little bit difficult to adjust given the general strategy, which is going to be known. You try to work that second and third lane and really kind of go from there. But really just solid plays from Chicago all around, and especially from that man Formal.
Formal was opening it up, man. When you saw Scump sliding into that plane, he was able to pick up that first blood with his submachine gun, but Formal was always there for that trade. Even if his teammate didn't go down, he was picking up 2 pieces left and right for his team. This was the biggest round of the game for me, though, man. When Paris Legion decided to just play aggressive in towards the plane, eventually give up first blood and also second blood, so it turned into a 4v2. It was just impossible, man. I would have liked to see them just play their cross setup that they had previously with Aqua and Classic.
No, he only had 3.
Watching the opposite side.
Scump had the other one.
They misread that play. Optic read it easy.
He did?
That was a good round.
What was the
Eventually
KDs?
closing out the map for Optic. Good series so far, up 2-0 for them.
Yeah, that was our U.S. Army tactical play. Again, Formal being a big difference maker when we talk about that search and destroy performance. Overall, Chicago with a great early beginning. Can Legion start to bring it back into control? We'll find out right after this.
Aggressive in towards the plane.
Or the
They
KDs.
misread that play. Optic read it easy, and that was a good.
About that.
Or the KDs. Back.
To a 4v2 previously with that play, Optic read it easy, and that was a good round win, and eventually closing out the map for Optic. It was a good series so far, up 2-0 for them.
Yeah, that was our U.S. Army tactical play. Again, formal.
No, guys, it's a 3-0, but still nice to see them doing well. Okay,
And
no
I would
KDs.
like to see them just play their cross
You
setup.
can
that
only
they
see it
had
from this
previously with
round. I want to know the overall.
This was the.
Was it before this?
From the Envoy.
Here we go. Okay, so we got Scrapsman 5-8, 9-8, Fire 3-8, and he also started what? What did he start in the hard point? 1 and something? Formal 11-6, guys. Who fucks with watermelons? Just delicious. Formal 11-6, Dashy 7-5, Envoy 8-4, Scump 5-7. Nice. But Scump had a lot of damage, so he had a lot of interactions, it seems. Yeah, I mean, he had 3 first bloods, so he was super aggro. So was Dashy. Nice. Good shit.
But really.
Good shit. What is this? Go to live, bitch. After this is LA versus FaZe.
The Call of Duty
Not
League
Thieves,
is
LA
brought to you
Gorillas.
by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special CDL launch event discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty
Oh,
League.
the LA ones are hard, dude. Yo, what's up, Mo?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to opening
Let's
weekend
go.
here at the Atlanta Home
Let's
Series.
go.
Folks, don't forget, during this match, to text Timo Drip to 313131 to win. Prizes this year will include CDL merch, opportunities to drop in with your favorite pros, exclusive access during T-Mobile All-Star Weekend and Champs, as well as so much more.
This
Make
is-
sure to
this
tune
looks
in each
horrible,
week to
man.
find out what's in play. Again, don't forget, text Timo Drip to 313131, obviously for a chance
I don't
to
like
win.
that they did this.
Don't forget, folks, like I said, it's easy. Timo Drip 313131. All right, Stud. Let's get into the core of this situation that we've got going on right now. Chicago, they come in, they really start off hot, right? They win the hardpoint on raid pretty dominantly. We come into the search and destroy. Legion are looking pretty good. Optic makes some adjustments. Formal decides to go absolutely off, and now we find ourselves 2-0. Legion, obviously, in their kind of debut match, along with Chicago, but you're talking about guys like Fire, Scraps. I mean, there's a lot of situations going on here for them. I mean, what needs to happen in this control? I mean, who needs to step up? Players that you're looking out for? Is this a situation where you're looking at somebody in particular, an in-game leader, to step up and kind of control the comms right now?
I'm specifically looking at your veterans. I'm looking at Aqua. I'm looking at Scrap. These are players that need to be able to slay with the best of the best. And the way that Aqua's playing right now,
Yo, TWD, what's up, baby?
going into this
Welcome to the
control,
stream, man.
going to be on
Welcome,
raid.
everybody.
You know how fast-paced this map is going to be. Once you kill everybody at A, they're all going to be spawning at B. You kill them all at B, they're all going to be spawning at A. So it's all going to be about just who's going to be keeping that pace, who's going to be slaying out for their respective teams. And I'm just looking forward to how Paris is going to be able to bounce back here, because if they do not match the slaying power of Optic, this series is going to be done.
Yeah. to be over in, I don't want to say record time.
My prediction is that it's going to end right here.
Different adjustments needed for Legion is already off the rip. Chicago finding 2 early ones as they'll look to go ahead and grab some.
It's going to end after this. It's 3-0. Easy.
One tick through, and Scump's already thinking about the future. He's already taking a look in Laundry, may even try to go for the rotation toward back jungle.
Well, that took 2 seconds.
They may actually try to go for this, so something to keep in mind. Chicago already off the rip, finding A. I think that's player 2 in Classic who's trying to go for the flank. And he will end up taking down Envoy, but nonetheless, off the rip, Chicago, they grabbed the first point quick. And that's, what, 2 minutes now on the clock for them to kind of work over it.
Nice, Dashy.
Yeah, well, that's 2 kills coming in from Dashy, able to eliminate both of those players at the zigzag area. You have a couple players that were trying to go around that backside towards Laundry. That player in number 4, which is going to be Fire, holding that backside push through, forcing all the players from Paris Legion to spawn at basketball. Boom were able to open up with 1. 2 players trying to fight for Kitchen, but that number 3 player who's Aqua, being the nuisance on the side of Optic's base, they had to try to find him quick. 3 go down. Last player is going to be Aqua. He's going to get traded. Now it's going to be a full stack.
Oh my god, dude!
What a flawless round so far to Optic.
Disgusting.
Just how they drew it up.
The
Dashy
teamwork, man. I don't think you guys fucking get it, chat.
5-0 start. Shit. He's thinking maybe about streaks for the future. Quickly has to turn around because that's a 3-piece coming through from Legion. So Paris do manage to get the collapse. But again, if you're Chicago, you're talking about what, that 1 tick progress already. They'll take that given the situation. So Legion definitely going to have to be conscious of it. The live situation, not really all that major, at least for the time. Fire's going to catch the boots of Envoy, shut him down, and try to get him as far away from the point as possible. As Paris trying to set up, I don't want to say a spawn trap by any means, but they're definitely conscious of where the opposing team happens to be, kind of toward the other side of Lambos. Fire was, in some cases, spawn blocker there, and now has the opportunity to play spoiler here for Top Mansion.
Oh, no.
That's going to be 3 in a row for him. Finally does get taken down, but that's really just because he was overwhelmed by the amount of Chicago players that were near him.
This is a great defensive hold out of Paris. All their positioning, you're going to see Scraps with a big 3-piece. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken down by Scump. But now all the players from Paris Legion are going to be out of the base, except for 1 who's going to be Classic, trying to just stay alive. But so far, man, they're just getting all the kills, pushing up for map control, forcing Optic to push either straight or wrap back. And all the kills are just going in favor of Paris Legion. This is a great defensive hold, even though they gave up that A-cap nice and early.
Great response from Legion now. Chicago just look to try to find any little bit of an advantage that they can. The dominance early, as you called it, but really since then it has been all Legion. Scraps does get dropped. No respawns remaining now for Chicago. Pretty much about valuing your life like it is in Search and Destroy. Envoy drops from the front. There goes Dashy, Formal, now all on to Scump, and he's not going to be able to get to the point in time. He falls as well. And that's Legion responding valiantly. And in some ways, chat? I know I kind of said it off the start study. It looked like a spawn trap. I mean, that kind of was, right? They had everything locked down, and Chicago, they couldn't break free.
Yeah, once they realized that Optic already capped that A point, they got a clean 3-4 down, and they started pushing up for more map control. Once you're fighting for that art side area, you're going to spawn all the players from Optic to spawn on that water street. Some players decide to wrap back, some players decide to push forward. All the kills are just going in favor of Paris right there. That was just a great defensive hold out of them. Hopefully they had the same exact answer on this offense.
That was a nice turnaround.
Now we'll see for Legion how this next round will start to shape up. In fact, let's go to an Astro Gaming listening with Paris.
Water stairs? Yeah, water steps holding across on 1 shot.
Got money.
I'm dead. One's water steps still.
Water stairs still. Go ahead, flank. Envoy flanked.
I'm come absolute. We watch that.
I'll see you guys one. Yeah, I don't see nothing. He's fighting. Yeah, he's a bedroom playing for us.
I'm waiting for money.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm pulling out.
Bottom bed.
Bottom bed. Pushing up.
One in the corner as well. Scump absolute. One in the corner.
Yeah, I got him.
Guys, 4. On B.
He's on. Ticket. I have a trophy on his. I'm getting best one.
I got a trophy basketball.
Money.
Yeah, I need it. They have trophies.
Give me that money. That's just money weak.
I'm gonna try to push it.
Hey, left corner.
Tree. Nice. Money. Got 1 pinky more there. One money. No, too money.
Job's done. Let's go.
I got money. Money on me. 1 shot. Yeah, one's the money. One's the
Black van. You know me?
One is gonna be behind us, bro.
That should be top laundry. One is on the stairs.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like a team who's hungry to try to bring this one back, making some good progress early at B. They quickly bounce over to A now. What would you like there from the Legion throughout that comm session?
I just liked how they committed themselves towards that B point. You heard Scrap say, job done, job done. Getting 2 ticks at B right off the rip, forcing all those players to try to wrap back and kill you off is the best case scenario because you're all just going to spawn at A and eventually work your captures.
Boys,
and as I say,
what
that
the fuck?
Optic is completely slayed out that A point, pushed them all the way in arc, going to force all the players from Paris Legion to hit through this water side, but they're fully set up for this. If you're Paris Legion, someone needs to open it up with that first blood eventually to work one way.
This is what we saw.
That's a good way with a trophy.
Yeah, that is indeed. This is kind of what we saw at the Kickoff Classic and what we saw in the last round, right? Envoy just kind of wants to hang out in Lambos. He wants to try to make those players spawn toward that back mansion position so that everybody from Chicago knows exactly where the push is coming from. It's by no means the more favorable side. We talk about that A point, quickly trying to hop inside of money. That is Dashy. Manages to take down Classic and Legion. They're trying to go for the pinch. They want to try to eliminate this setup as best as they can.
Envoy, have you killed anyone? I know that you're going for spawns, but
hang out there, try to find a few calls from time to time. Scraps is able to wipe him away. And we've got pretty much stragglers on both sides of the map. Now it's going to be Fire, who finds himself over in jungle. And I think Scum's somewhat conscious of it. 40 seconds on the clock. Both teams similar when it comes down to the life position. Fire falls, and meanwhile, it's the Legion who are hopping inside of A. 1 tick left.
Oh my god.
Well, it all started with Scraps winning that one-on-one versus Envoy. You saw that opposite player from Paris Legion flanking around the backside. They were eventually forcing all the players from Optic to spawn at water. There's going to be one player on this point. Classic versus Envoy. He's going to get taken down. Envoy trying to do everything he can to just stall enough time for his teammates to get to him.
Oh my
2
god.
kills are going in the favor of both sides. Dashy's here for the help. No respawns left for Paris Legion. Dashy with 2. 3 players remaining. I cannot believe Envoy just made that play. I thought this was 100% going to go in Paris Legion's favor. But unfortunately, man, Envoy stalled enough time for his teammates to get there. 20 seconds remaining. 5v3.
Nice.
Scump's going to get taken down, but 2 players remaining. 14 seconds.
Game.
Versus all the players of Optic. This is going to be a tough task to do. This should be tied 1-1.
Should be. We'll see what Fire and Scraps
have up their
sleeves. 4 seconds left. Can Fire find the peak? And Scump's not going to hand his life over. And really from there, Paris not able to hop inside of the point. And my goodness,
round.
What started off great for the Legion.
Competitively, great round.
Ends up going in the opposite direction. And really, it's all because of this play from Envoy.
This was
the major flank to clear out Ring. We can talk about the number of different highlight plays that Envoy has throughout the season.
That's
and a
the
majority of the time, it's him being so pesky on the flank, a round that should have gone the opposite way. But it's Envoy putting his stamp on this game, giving Chicago a round that I don't want to say they didn't deserve, but didn't look like they deserved it, at least when it came down to the beginning phases. But 1-1 we go.
Good shit. Good shit.
It's looking like Optic are going to try to do the exact same thing Paris just did. Try to go towards that B point. Formal able to open up a first blood onto the guy in pocket. There is going to be a player in money. Envoy's going to be able to spot him, but your main objective here is just try to earn some early ticks if you're Optic Gaming. They're eventually going to be able to get one. Now it forces all the Paris Legion to try to wrap back and get them off. That number 3 player who's canceling the spawn in Aqua is in such a great position. If he goes down here, all the players from Optic will spawn at A. Him just playing his live.
Let's go! Big 2-piece.
Aqua does end up getting taken down. So really, when you kind of see that push off to B,
that did nothing.
In the beginning phase, it really has been, and really the last 2 rounds and the last 3 rounds, the opposition, the defensive team, instantly wants to try to put somebody inside of Lambo to block off that spawn. They wanted to try to keep siphoning into B, get put into somewhat of that line of fire attack.
Nice.
As Formal was hanging out there for a moment, Scraps is going to wipe him away. So 2 ticks of progress over at B for Optic, as now they'll quickly transfer their forces off of spawn, now back toward A, and that's really the way that Raid works, Study. But it's not necessarily a Garrison-type situation. You got some freedom when it comes down to both these control points.
Yeah, you just got to go back and forth. And eventually, if you know the opposite team is going to be able to cap that one, you push up the entire opposite side, and that's where you see Aqua.
Easy money.
All the way through water.
Just 1 tick on B with 2 minutes. Easy.
Art area. He's going to decide to go back. But this number 1 player, Scraps, is just causing a spoiler, forcing them all to spawn back. Eventually worry about this player. But number 7, just pay attention to Envoy. Sitting in basketball nice and patiently, just waiting for a player to push through. They only need 1 more tick at B. So far, they just eliminate Aqua right here at this top window, and they should have a full setup at getting it.
Let's go. Let's go. Right here.
Good opportunity. What, 2 versus 1? Classic ends up being dropped. That's Envoy again. Trying to cause some issues for the Legion. Every single opportunity they get to try to pop inside of the hill, try to get a line sight over at B. They end up falling over in Little Room. Classic and Fire, they'll combine for 2, so that will wipe away Chicago
Spawns
for now.
are so far away.
Keep in mind, they still got 1 minute and 14 on the clock, and these rounds are huge for the Legion, because this very well could be our final game. Not letting Optic get to that 2-1 advantage is everything.
Big play.
Formal staying strong, and Tiki. Envoy drops as well, so limited forces, but Formal hops in. Can he win the fight versus Fire? On the other side, it's actually Scump finding 2 inside a kitchen, so this is great progress. Can anybody from the Legion actually hop inside of the point in time? And they won't. They will not hop inside of the hill. And that's going to be Chicago. Really
What's up, driver?
Formal's play.
How you doing, bro?
Walking away with this round.
Yeah, Formal want to win a big one-on-one gunfight. Towards that back
Formal just being pesky down there, dude.
The entire time Scump was working through that middle map, forces himself through kitchen and able to take out both players that were playing in this money area.
Ooh.
It wasn't obviously the final kill cam because Aqua won it there, but Scump came back and got 2. And then once he was able to do that, opens up the entire map, forcing all the players from Paris Legion to spawn back Laundry. It was a great setup out of Optic. Like I said, getting a nice 2 early ticks onto B was the best case scenario. They saw Paris Legion do it on their very first offense. They're able to answer right back on their second offense to be able to put themselves up 2-1.
Oh, man. Oh, off the start.
Oh, the team kill.
Accidentally sticks Scump in the back. I'm sure the Cobs are pretty fun for that one. Maybe a future CDL video that we get to see how he reacts.
For real.
Not the start that you want, but given the way the last 2 rounds of work, Chicago have had a lot of things
sticky
go in
on his
their
back.
favor. One
That's what she said.
Detail there is going to give Paris actually a great advantage over at A. So we talk about little minor mistakes, how those can start to siphon in. I mean, this would have been a full 4-on-4 battle for Chicago. That instantly changes things. And really within the first 10, 15 seconds of the round, Paris, they've already locked on that A control point.
Yep, and that's exactly how they need to respond, man. Getting that point nice and early, even though they don't have anything towards speed. They have 2 minutes, a lot of lives at their advantage. Now, since they just went 3 down, they only have 2 lives advantage here. But Optic, you're going to see exactly what they're doing. Envoy, being that player to just force the players on the opposite side of the spawn, trying to make them all go around the backside. Optic is fully set up for it. Aqua's going to win a big gunfight on that Zig. But you see Classic trying to work out on the back with his teammate. Fortunately, almost there to try to keep them at Ease Bay. And Scump was also there for the help.
Bears trying to make their way inside a kitchen. Formal, who's been so difficult inside a jungle, finally gets dealt with. Scraps is happy to give the comms over to his teammates. The possible pinch is here, and Scraps pretty much just walks right through and says, "Thank you so much, teammates," as everybody falls like flies. Chicago now pretty much off of spawn. They're going to have to get into this point pretty quick.
Fuck.
It's got pretty much the first line of offense.
Nice.
Defense to try to get back into this point. Will be successful in his 1v1. Obviously shuts down the second.
Good shit, Dashy. Come on, come on.
Legion are still getting the time. They have to hop into this point quickly. Classic is here.
Howdy,
Envoy has to
Classic.
hop in and gets the time, but no. Legion, because of the timing and really kind of off of the start of that round, the accidental teammate sets them up for so much time that they really get the 4 clean wipe, and from there, it's easy pickings for Legion. As Chicago were all off spawn. Constant 1v1s. Legion, they send us to round 5.
Yeah, it just all came down to trading, man. And you saw Classic with a big 2-piece around that backside, forcing all the players from Optic to spawn back Laundry.
Fire.
He had full basketball control. You just stack a little bit. Eventually,
About time he showed up.
Saw Scump try to open up with a big kill onto that.
Yo, my boy Steph Curry. What's up, baby? Welcome, man.
Unfortunately, there were just 2 players remaining. All the players from Paris Legion are spawning directly on the water side.
Watching the
So they're
COD
just
League
running
today, man. If you have any
forward. They only
questions
need
or if you're
seconds.
unfamiliar,
Now,
feel
we're
free
at
to
round
fire off
5.
in the chat.
We're in a round 5, and let's see exactly what Optic decide to do here.
Yeah, Chicago getting the offense parade in this round number 5. Already off the rip. The attack was made known over at B, and Dashy doing anything he can to try to pick up from carnage that just took place. And it looks as if B is still going to be their target. You see from Legion, they still have a few players over at A. The quick spread now to B as they realize what the intended target's going to be. Formal tosses
Oh my
that A
God.
from afar. Unfortunately, physics in the water, it's not going to work out that great. But there's a
That's
3
funny.
in the feed now for Legion. Kind of a similar situation to last round where a group of opposition
Good
members
setup.
fall like flies, and that's going to be quick progress.
Look at this
Due to the
setup.
stack that they have inside of the point. That's going to be a very quick capture for Chicago. Now
Good
the focus
shit.
is going to be on A.
Good
and
shit.
Dashy, he's starting to heat up. Now
End the
5 in a
game
row.
here. End the game.
And you can just see right off the rip, Envoy has all the information that he needs. He's spawning at that B street. He knows that there's a player pushed up in their base. You have to try to eliminate this guy. You're going to have Envoy and Scump trying to locate this one player.
Nice
Scump's going
trade.
to be able to win the gunfight on the scraps. Now, they should be able to have some arc control here. Next player off on the line of sights is going to be Aqua. He should get taken down there. Now, Optic has full arc control. They're going to be able to get that player that's rotating mid. 3 are going to go down for Paris Legion. Optic, all they have to do is stack here, and they're basically going to close this round out.
Yep.
Very good position.
Easy money.
Now for Chicago, Formal with the cutoff over at Kitchen. Has to be aware of those water stairs as the bait and switch tries to be attempted. However, the trades are going to be there for Chicago. Time starting to tick away. Time starting to go again. And Chicago are going to walk away with this round 5 as well as this series in a hot
Good shit, boys.
It looked good for Legion at times. In fact, it looked great for Legion at times. Chicago, the adjustments, Chicago just in general, the way that they controlled these big moments toward the stretch was oh so interesting. It's what, 554 days since Optic under Hatch played their last official series, and here they are.
Good win.
Walking away with their first official W.
Good win, good win, good win.
And you got to be feeling good if you're an Optic fan.
It's a good
man.
way to
They
start
won
the
their
season,
very
baby.
first
Good way to
search
start the
throughout
season.
entire
Let's go. Good momentum.
Good, man, because when
Let's
we talk
go.
about previous Optic rosters, S&D has always been their woe kind of a game mode. When we talk about the respawns, we know exactly what kind of players you have. All Slayers across the board. They completely dominated this series. Unfortunately for them, it went down to a round number 5 in that control. They could have closed it out previously if they just made a couple adjustments, but you just tell they were on point throughout this entire series. Good 3-0 out of Optic.
Yeah, a very well collected.
Dashy, 29 to 23. Oh, and then a 3-0 for my fantasy team. Delicious. Oh, please. Please update. I want to see how disgusting my draft team did. Yo, Pedro, fam says, first time watching competitive COD. This is dope. Dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I'm telling you, it'll take some time to get used to who the players are and, like, how to watch it from this perspective, but once you catch up, dude, it's really, really awesome because it can be super competitive.
The opportunity at kickoff, but if we're including those maps now to here, that is 6 in a row in regards to Cold War. So some good stuff for them, and especially that hardpoint on Ray to start off, it definitely got them in the right direction, Study.
Yeah, man, when you start off on a map like Raid, that map has been out for like 10 years plus, and Scump knows that map down to the T, man. We've been playing it together for a really long time, since the Black Ops 2 days. So they start off with that map. They basically 100-point club them. Then you go into a search and destroy. You go down early 3-0 in rounds, but then you make those mid-game adjustments that just eventually change the entire game. And you're going into that control. They knew exactly what game plan they needed to do. Envoy with that submachine gun, even though he didn't have that many kills, he was just making tremendous plays, forcing the players from Paris to spawn on the opposite side of the map and work 2 times harder at trying to get to that point. It was a great adjustment out of Optic. Like I said, 3-0, great score. First series for Optic, you got to be feeling good.
Yeah, it definitely has to feel good, man. We'll go and take a look at our scuff play of the game there in regards to that control, and it's really going to be kind of toward the stretch, right? Kind of in that final round where we're talking about the Legion. Can they start to bring this one back? Can we see a second hard point? And it's really just Chicago uniting together, getting that control. They played, really, it was kind of a team effort, right? You had certain players kind of pushing up. Formal was aggressive over at Kitchen. We see Skunk getting involved in the feed, and really kind of from there. And really in control. You get 4 down, and it's never going to be an easy task as Chicago kind of utilizing that opportunity.
I don't know if that was the play of the game, but okay.
Advantage.
Yeah, it all started with just clearing those players out of that art. If you kill both of those players out of art, which were Scraps and Aqua, they were both just canceling that spawn, forcing the Optic players to spawn on that water side. You saw Scump, him and Envoy work that perfectly. We're eventually able to take down both of those players and get some positioning to push up onto that point. Scump picked up an AR as well, so he jumps into that top window, able to kill Scraps again. That entire time that's all going down, Formal was middle map, picking up kills coming out of Kitchen. They were just fully set up, man. Had the players spawning at basketball, there was just nothing Paris could do in that situation.
Yeah, so I know there was a lot of talk coming into this series in regards to Chicago saying, you know, hey, is this the right team? Was Dashy the right pickup? Are they going to kind of be that team that we expect them to be? And that 3-0, I think, says a lot, right? It definitely says a lot in regards to the way that this team is performing right now. Their respawns look excellent. They had some good cadence in the search and destroy as well.
Beautiful. So now we're waiting for LA versus FaZe, which should be interesting. I'm really excited to see how FaZe is going to look. And I think Gorillas have potential to be a decent middle of the bracket team. LAG might take a map, no cap. Dude, I think FaZe is gonna look different than last year, like significantly. But we'll see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
We got the LA Thieves versus Subliners, and obviously the two teams that we're gonna have today.
Legion wasn't as bad as I thought, man. They you know what I mean? That first hard point was tough, but after that, they showed up. You know what I mean? And they competed. They competed.
They actually got to face off against each other, but now obviously, you know, Hex under Optic and that rivalry versus FaZe. It's going to be a great way to kind of end out the weekend.
It's back to life, man. You got Optic, Hex, and then you got Atlanta FaZe. These guys have been just going at it for years, man. I'm excited to see this rivalry back in. I can't wait to watch that game for a marquee matchup.
Definitely, man. It's going to be a blast. Like I said, Chicago really come out strong, and I'm excited to see kind of what the future looks like for this team. Well, we're going to take a look at their Stage 1 schedule. Of course, they get the W here versus the Legion. We talked about that matchup against FaZe coming up, on the 14th. A few days later, they've got the Ultra to face off against. They'll end up matching up against the Gorillas and to end things out against what appears to be a very pesky Mutineers team. Excited to watch that group play. Now, for the Legion, we'll go and take a look at their Stage 1 schedule as well. Not a fun one to kind of break off here in a 3-0 loss, but they've got the Gorillas coming up tomorrow, actually. That's going to be a fun one to see. Followed up by the Florida Mutineers, Toronto Ultra, and then on the 27th, they will have the Atlanta FaZe. So again, when we talk about this group in particular, Steady, really just in general, right? When we talk about the CDL right now, 5v5 was already scary enough last season. In 4v4, and I know it's been talked about constantly, there is no easy team. Like, I mean, the level of competition right now is absolutely insane. I know we just saw a 3-0, but in general, right, the level of competition is out of this world. I keep looking at the schedule and I'm like, well, that's going to be a tough game. That's going to be an interesting game. It's just every matchup is going to be great. I'm looking forward to see how the rest of the season shapes up, and I'm expecting quite a few Game 5s, might I add.
Game 5 is looking like a lot, man, but a lot of these teams are just so dominant at respawn. It's going to be really scary, especially if you're one of those top dogs. If you're the Dallas Empires, the Optics, the LA Thieves, you're one of those top teams that just expected to be really good at respawn. Now, if you're one of these lower teams, I guess we can say Paris Legion, a team that nobody really wanted to put together. You just need to perfect that one game mode, which is twice in one series, to search and destroy. If they were able to close out that map too, it'd be a totally different series. Unfortunately, they didn't have those mid-game adjustments to close that out.
Definitely, man. Like I said, when it comes down to this particular series, there's a lot of things that you can kind of look at. There's a lot of different situations where you could point out and say, those are the adjustments that we need to make. And I'm sure the coach...
Imagine Optic going 3-0. Well, they did last year.
The Paris Legion. But, folks, we're going to head to a quick commercial break.
Okay, chat, we're going to go on a commercial break, too. Go get your snacks, go pee, go stretch, go grab a sandwich, do what you got to do. We'll be right back, all right? Atlas, you good? You seem less chatty today. Yeah, man, I'm just trying not to interrupt the broadcast as much. You know, I don't want to speak over it because I know a lot of people are going to come in here and, you know, they're coming to a COD League watch party. So they don't really want to hear me talk that much, especially interrupt what they have to say, you know? So if I'm interrupting them too much, they're going to want to go and just watch the regular stream. You know what I mean? So today it's a different vibe, and I'm trying to commit to it a little bit better. Try not to make it about me. Like, we're here watching this together as a community, just trying to enjoy the games in a broadcast. This isn't like a performance, you know what I mean, high energy gaming stream. This is just like us. This is more for the community, and if people come in because they find out about it, then awesome. But this is more for us to hang out and do that. You know what I mean? So I don't want to interrupt the broadcast too much and speak over them. Does that make sense? You got me? Thank you for asking, man, though. Chicat, I think you're one of the only people that have asked me how I'm doing in the chat ever. So thank you, bro, for asking that. I am good, though. I'm good. Thank you, dude. I read the vibe. Good. If people aren't fucking with that and they're like, well, no, I'm coming here because I don't want to hear them and rather hear you, then we'll switch it up. And we'll do more of that and mute them more often. I'm just still trying to figure out how to do the watch parties the right way. So if you guys have suggestions, I mean, I'm more than open to taking those suggestions. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to take a while for them to start the next game, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll make an adjustment and not take 7,000 years.
Presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the
competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by
Call of Duty League.
USAA Insurance, auto, renters, and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Yeah, I think it might take them a while, so I'm gonna go take a pee break and grab some food. Chad, I would urge you to do the same, and we'll see you in a little bit, okay?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight.
I'll be right back.
Call of Duty League. The king himself.
Oh shit! Hold up.
Is Scump from Optic. Scump, I must say, you know, we were very, very excited by you guys in the Kickoff Classic and what you
What's up,
produced
legend?
there, the little debut, the little taster, so to speak, that you gave us before heading into the season. I got to ask you guys though, since the Kickoff Classic, how has Optic been preparing for the points to start going on the board?
I mean, you know, same old, same old. Just a lot of reps every single day. A lot of people are worried about our practice. We are one of the teams that streams our practice regularly. So I guess it's a good and a bad thing where people can see our off days and as well as our good days. But on match days, I mean, we're always coming in to the best of our ability to win. So, you know, you can't put too much stock into those scrims. I mean, Paris was a team that was beating us in scrims. Actually, I think we've played them 2 times and they beat us both times.
Really?
But, you know, sometimes we're just not there. We're trolling. Practicing every day sometimes gets a little bit tiring. So match days, we're always coming to play.
Absolutely, I like it. Hey, you got to leave a little bit in the tank at the scrims. You got to show them everything, man. You got to leave a little something for game day, and I like it. I like what I'm seeing here. Now, obviously, you are fantastic at respawns. We've seen some epic things from you in the 2 matches we've seen you play so far at the beginning of 2021. But Search and Destroy, talk to me about that. Are you looking as a team to finesse that a little bit more? Is that something you're going to be focusing on?
Yeah, I mean, the past 2 years, 3 years, my gameplay in Search has been a lot better than previous years. And then with obviously Bruce and Dylan, I think we have a really, really good all-around S&D team. A lot of people will say our respawn is really, really good and we're one of the best respawn teams, which I agree with. But, you know, we are no slouches in S&D. And I think people are going to see that again this year. I mean, last year we were really good at Search as well. It just comes down to clutching up and preparing like we do. We know that we're good at Search, and I don't think people should really
These
worry about us
stats are
too much
depressing.
in Search and Destroy because
They should be so much
definitely
better.
have been proving that we're good at it, and we're going to continue to do so throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, you regained composure like the pros you are. That was completely evident during that series. So I think the fans are going to be very happy with that one, just to see how you guys can flip it around on the map. So fantastic stuff there. And my final question for you, Scump, is, you know, we have been really focusing quite a lot and quite heavily on Dashy because obviously he's the new face of the town in Chicago. And it's, you know, it's one of those things where I think a lot of fans and even just a lot of people here, even at the Call of Duty League, are putting quite a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Dashy to perform based on kind of what we've seen motivational-wise from him in previous seasons of Call of Duty. So what is it like having Dashy as a teammate? What can we expect as fans of Optic?
I mean, Bruce is back on his grind. Bruce has been amazing thus far. I know a lot of people, like you said, were worried about him, especially with his track record last year. But I mean, he stayed at my house for 3 weeks. He'd come in and say, "I'm home," and like stuff like that. So he also says that he's never leaving. No one's ever getting his spot again. So I think that Bruce is here to stay. And he said facts in the background. Bruce has been awesome thus far. I mean, he's obviously super, super talented, and it's been a pleasure teaming with him as well as in Black Ops 4. So I wouldn't worry about Bruce. I'll keep him in check. He knows that. So yeah, I think Bruce is good. No need to worry.
I like that. I like that. Papa Scum. I love it. Bruce is home.
Yeah,
we're
someone's
very happy.
Someone's got to do it.
We're very excited to see you guys back, and you know, hey, every brick in that wall is back where it belongs.
Let's go!
I'm so gassed for this season for you guys.
Gotta go pee and grab a snack. Do the same. You're back.
Thank you so much for joining me again, Scump, and best of luck going forward for the rest of the season, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There you go, guys. That is going to do it for Scump here. We have quite a banger up next for you. What an epic match. We've got FaZe versus Gorillas. We're going to head to a quick break, but we got all the rest of the action for the rest of the day coming up right after this.
So much fun.
Something I really like about Hearthstone, you just never know what's gonna happen.
More ways to play, that's what I want. What is my opponent gonna do? How am I gonna counterplay that?
Play Hearthstone now!
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special CDL launch event discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is opening weekend here at the Atlanta Home Series, and you see on your screens Atlanta FaZe facing off against the Gorillas. It is going to be a fun match to watch. Study, yourself and I are still hanging out in the virtual studio.
Yes, we are.
We've got a great view behind us. The city of Atlanta is cheering on their team. I can hear it, and the building is actually rattling right now. But I tell you what, man, I'm excited for this. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. First cast. How you feeling right now, Study?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, Optic, they just 3-0 destroyed Paris in that very first series, and I'm looking forward to this series between Atlanta and the Gorillas, man. This is going to be a battle. It's because both of these players, Atlanta coming off a 3-2 loss and Gorillas coming off a 3-2 win. I know Atlanta has that fire.
Definitely, man. When we talk about Atlanta, we also got to talk about their opposition. Let's go ahead and meet the Los Angeles Gorillas.
The Gorillas getting it done. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the LAG. Silly finds the first. Lovely teamwork. My God. Dealt with the pressure inside the hill and the double nade from Apathy. Salt lines him up, finds himself too. Vivid just has the one to win against Octane. And Vivid has got his number. Beautiful round. Fantastic execution from the LA Gorillas. Oh, yeah.
Love that video of the Los Angeles Gorillas. Always great to see how these teams are showing off their talent, and talent indeed, my friend. We've got Vivid obviously joining us back from the Gorillas last season. Other than that, a total change-up in the roster department for LA. They bring in Apathy, Assault, and Silly. These guys have obviously won a world championship in the past together back in World War II. Study, there's a lot to like when it comes down to this Gorillas team.
Yeah, I love this team from top to bottom, man. Like you said it, former world champions back in World War II. The only difference is they had Aches instead of Vivid. And Vivid was a phenomenal player for the Gorillas last year. Unfortunately, they did not have the seasons that they wanted, but they have a lot of faith in this young player to come in, especially with the veteran presence that he has around him now, to make that impact for the Gorillas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Vivid play. Really, I think this is a good opportunity for him, kind of coming into a full official season, his first kind of opening start when we talk about kind of having a full season of play. But it's not going to be an easy, really an easy first match by any means when we talk about our home team. Let's go ahead and meet the Atlanta FaZe.
The game has turned on its head.
Run! Run! Get onto the point! Cellium finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.
We thought Atlanta FaZe was scary last year. Looking at this team on paper, it is terrifying. Just to put it lightly, Abizi, Cellium, and Simp back together, obviously coming into this next season. And the roster change they actually decide to make is to bring in Arcades. That man Alec is absolutely disgusting study. I mean, this group together, again, we talk about history, kind of world championship history. You also have Arcades, Abizi, and Simp, who won back in 2019 with E United. A lot of chemistry here as well, and really to have Arcades joining this
game
team,
time.
There's a lot of people who said this may be like the best roster change of the season. I think it absolutely has to be up there, if not regarded as one of the best, given the way that Atlanta FaZe looked last year.
Yeah, so when we made the adjustment to go from 5v5 to 4v4, you know, they were teaming last year with Major Maniac
3-1
and
FaZe.
Krista. When you're dropping both of them, obviously, going back to 4v4, you need to keep one. So they decided to switch both and bring in Arcades. And this team is unbelievable. Like you said, 3 world champions, again, on this roster with a player like Cellium, who was basically an MVP throughout the entire last year. Man, he was just out of this world. So this is going to be an insane matchup because I know that they did lose 3-2 in the Kickoff Classic versus their team in Florida. But they got to be coming out with fire right now, going versus the Gorillas here.
Oh, they definitely do, man. Like I said, let's go ahead and check out our Game Fuel keys to victory here first for the Atlanta FaZe. And it really kind of is exactly what you talked about, right? Shake off that loss at kickoff versus Florida. They go 0-2 in Search and Destroy. Overall,
I'm
KD
super curious to see how this goes, man.
For the Atlanta FaZe, especially.
Chat, I'm super curious to see how this map's going to go. I think that, I think it's going to be really tight. I mean, FaZe should... They have the talent, and I just don't know if it's reflecting that well on Cold War, but we'll see.
Things that you have to be disciplined about. That is kind of the definition of the Los Angeles Gorillas, as we'll go and take a look at their Game Fuel keys to victory here as well, Stud.
And then you got to for the keys to victory for the Gorillas, take advantage of Atlanta's mistakes and prepare for their slaying. We know exactly what kind of players are on Atlanta FaZe. Players are going to have to step up if you're on the Gorillas. I'm looking at Apathy, 1.2 for the kickoff. He's going to have to keep that up. Papa App, like I said, keep up that slaying department, man. 92 and 76, 1.2. You know, the next player that was next to him was Assault with a 1.03. If you're going
Chat, if you don't know and you're watching the stream right now, all my lurkers, listen up. Tonight we are going live with the Fiance around 8 o'clock. We're going to be playing some amazing games, having a ton of fun, man. Last 2 times we played with the Fiance are some of my favorite streams that we've ever done here on the channel. So make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be fucking amazing. Tonight, like around 8 o'clock.
I mean, that was huge for him. And I feel like, obviously, you're a guy who's teamed with him before. A lot of history when it comes down to playing with Brian. You know, and from your playing history, how much difference does it make when Apathy is playing the same way that he did just a few weeks ago?
Well, the thing that's so scary about Apathy is even when we were teaming back in the day, the guy just always had a really slow start to every single Call of Duty. And now you see him right off the rip being the best Slayer on this team. He's starting off at a whole new level, man. So it's all about just staying consistent for him. You know, he is a father now, so he has that to play for as well. The guy's he's just ready for action, man, and I'm so excited to see Father Rap back in action.
Absolutely. And, you know, we talked about Apathy. You know, I remember at the beginning, I think it was Black Ops 4, there was constantly
Sam got a haircut.
I remember, like, watching the streams. He was like, I just don't understand 5v5. Like, you know, there was a lot of situations where he'd find himself out in the open, and we know with MW and...
So if you guys don't know, Simp is like the rising star of the league. He is like one of the best players in the world. And he has a really, really funny personality. Super nerdy.
4 versus 4. Here are maps and modes. Crossroads, Hardpoint.
I love watching Garrison and Crossroads. Yes!
Things out. some good old Miami Search and Destroy. It's a great place to be. It's a great way to kind of round out this.
I'm hyped. I'm fucking hyped.
If we do obviously get to it, something to note: Crossroads Hardpoint study. Right, that was the map that Atlanta FaZe did lose to Florida Mutineers. It was a pretty dominant loss, around 250, 120, somewhere in kind of that space. So this could be a great opportunity for Guerrillas. On the flip side, it also could be something that Atlanta FaZe has been playing constantly over and over again since their loss to Florida, specifically on that map.
Yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see, man. As we load in, I'm looking at the players, at least the sub-players on both sides. The Tiny Terrors versus Apathy and Vivid. Don't worry, we'll come up with a nickname for them eventually. But the Tiny Terrors on a map like this, man, it's going to be so scary. AK-70 fuel used all over the map. Don't forget that P3 to P4 hardpoint. You need to have those back spawns because you can chain both. That's what's going to be the opening for this map right
Let's
here.
go. Let's see.
That's a great point to call out. When we talk about this beginning, Atlanta FaZe.
It's all good, Visit.
Advantageous
I mean, TWD, it's all good. Can't be here. It's all good, baby.
Garage, but as you called it, a very fast-paced map, a map that I'm sure Simp and Abizi are going to feel quite at home on, despite, again, the loss to Florida at kickoff. But get things started here early. It's Silly winning the initial engagement now versus Simp, as it's going to be Silly, along with the nice support from his old teammate in Assault. And just like that, due to that map positioning, it is going to be the Guerrillas who already off the break with the spawns for P2.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, that was huge. You saw Vivid, he dropped down ice and had that one-on-one play with that guy that usually plays at AS&D. He was able to walk out with that gunfight. Once his teammates were able to pick up all the kills on the hill, they were able to flip, go down once again for the for FaZe. This is bad, man. They're going to be going towards that P2. There's going to be 20 seconds remaining on P1. 30 seconds for the LA Guerrillas. This is a great start to this first map for the Guerrillas.
Oh, no. I might have been wrong.
Pretty much
oh, my God. Should we have gone with LAG?
Just trying to utilize
I knew it.
To the best of his
let's see.
Get taken down. FaZe will grab the remaining seconds, but really kind of given the positioning, you're overall very happy with that. If you're Guerrillas, right? And in regards to that first hill, it's never easy. Plus, you flip spawns in the very first few engagements. However, we talked about it. Crossroads, it can very quickly start to go back and forth, and we're starting to learn about that very early on. Just as I'm talking about the highlights of Guerrillas, they also end up flipping out. Atlanta now with control. When we talk about Garage, Abizi ends up getting taken down after the 5-3. Simp's trying to be there for some remaining control as they'll take down Apathy. Still, the presence being felt from the Guerrillas, a valuable 30 seconds left.
And if you're Atlanta FaZe, it's the best case scenario. You decide to all push through that P1 area. They were able to chain 3 kills back to back.
You can wallbang everything in this fucking game.
Spawn all the way on the opposite side, and it's a great bounce back for Atlanta. Now the only thing is, Guerrillas are going to have the spawns for P3 and for P4. How are they going to decide to play this? Are they going to decide to just flood out this hill or play towards that hop-up?
That's a great call, and that's what LAG is trying to be aware of, is kind of that spread, multiple lanes. They're going to be attempted by Atlanta FaZe to try to go for the flip, really, because as you talked about it, P3 to P4, that's where you're looking to lock down some time, and Guerrillas, they want to try to play this one carefully, play this one passively, don't give up too much time. Really going for a few
I like the pre-fire.
The multiple angles to get inside of fire. Actually toward the outside, able to drop down Arcees. 40 seconds still left in the hill. FaZe getting majority of this time. It looks as if toward that outskirts position, toward back rock, it's a wide open spawn. In Atlanta, they might have exploited that.
Yeah, Atlanta did that beautifully. They just all stacked the hill. Once they were able to chain the 2-3 kills together, eventually a player was able to push out of that back and eventually give his team the spawns.
Here they come.
This is a great setup out of Atlanta FaZe. There's going to be 20 seconds remaining on this P3 hardpoint. They didn't even need to go around that cliffside to try to flip it. And that was the perfect case scenario. Once you're able to chain a couple kills in towards that P3, players should automatically start spawning out if you start pushing up the map a little better. And so far, Atlanta FaZe, after playing a terrible P1 hardpoint, they have bounced back tremendously in the next 2.
You look at player number 8, Apathy. He's waiting for the hop-up. He wants to try to have his teammates rush to the front so he can try to make a play in the back, and Arcees is aware of it. A clean 4 down for Atlanta FaZe. Overall dominance being displayed over at 10. The guys have got to be hyped. In fact, let's go to an Astro Gaming listen with the Atlanta FaZe.
One trophy there.
That's right open.
Cat. I don't see him, Cat. Fence. I'm staying down.
Right. Cat.
Fence.
On him, fire door. Back to the fire door. Fire door.
I did not flip. Telling you assault.
They spawn in front of me. Just they're hitting you. They're hitting you. Take your time. Just hold fire.
One trophy on him. Push your fire.
Back door.
The trophy.
No, he's
front door.
Yeah. He pinched
There's
it.
two. One's on fire. One more outer.
Nice.
Outer.
He challenged me.
I'm going.
Alright, get fire.
I don't see anything. I got a trophy. Leave out outer.
I'm trying out. Many tires.
Look at your outer. I have your outer.
I
I'm watching.
I think there's a guy tires.
I'm hard flash. He's on carry. I'm your cat.
I'm gonna check. I'm tires.
Stay down. I don't know.
Just enjoy shot. Just one more shot.
Chop.
Good job. Four.
I'm on streaks.
They're still there. I'm turning around just scared.
In the back. On the truck. On the truck.
Once one, yes. Vivid and...
Chance to listen in with the comms of Atlanta FaZe, what Arcety's brought in from Chicago last season, studied for pretty much that exact reason. They want somebody to kind of speak up during the big moments, and Arcety's absolutely can provide that for this team. And in combination with the slang from guys like Abizi, Simp, and Cellium, it makes for a phenomenal combo. Simp currently finding himself on a 6. As Atlanta
He's on a 6 right now, man.
On the lead. And we'll see if Gorillas can hold on to this. We saw constant spawn flips last time around. FaZe looking to try to make their way pretty much toward that back crate position. Apathy pretty much trying to be a thorn in their side as Atlanta walk through the door, and now they've got the second.
Once again, all the players from Atlanta FaZe.
You didn't hear that?
P1 side. You saw a player from the LA Gorillas spawn out, get a parallel spawn with one of the players from FaZe. They're just trying to do everything that they can to hold this remaining time.
That was a good
30
chow.
seconds are going to be left on P2, and it's looking like Gorillas have finally settled the storm here, able to pick up some time, eventually break that 100-point mark. But like I said, man, the way that Atlanta FaZe held that very first rotation of P3 and P4, if you're the Gorillas, you need to break this nice and early. You need to be able to flip these spawns on their head and eventually have someone sit back there this time so they don't flip on the backside.
And it looks as if it might be Silly trying to go toward the hop-up. Definitely going to try to play spoiler, and maybe even as the Gorillas try to engage from the front, they may be thinking more long-term, as Apathy does find the unfortunate team kill, also drops from the front door. Here comes the opportunity for Silly. Shout out to the observers. You've given us all angles. And in the meantime,
oh, he did it. Look at him. Look at him, number 7.
They spawn out. Gorillas, they now
spawned him out again.
The most favorable ones for P3 to P4. They also had the time inside of the hill. So
shit.
That's Gorillas. Kind of that
That's a big change.
That we saw from them, a roster who's going to really work on the small things. They decided to kind of sacrifice a few players from the front in order to get the ending exchange. At least for now, it's working out steady.
Yeah, perfect case scenario, man. You just cause a distraction at the front side of the hill, gives Silly enough time to work around that backside. Didn't even need to pick up a kill, but eventually gives his team the spawns. Now, Atlanta FaZe are going to be able to pick up the remaining 15 seconds on towards P3. But you see the LA Gorillas spawning out towards hop-up. If you're Atlanta FaZe, all you have to do is just bum rush the front side, but unfortunately, Assault is able to take down Abizi and eventually slow down their push. If you're the Gorillas, hold the full 60 here. This can get you right back into this game.
Yeah, definitely can. This
Come on, I believe Gorillas. I believe.
Few the streaks
I'm kind of rooting for the underdog right now. I think Gorillas are still the underdog. FaZe is considered top 3, top 4 at least.
Down. Now, pretty much toward that back rock position is where the remaining 2 are going to be. That's Silly, that's Vivid. They both get dropped, and now the Atlanta FaZe, they will take control over Tent, pitching one themselves.
All that work for what?
From the side. How about possibly 3 in a row? No, Vivid's going to stop that one, so some control still getting from FaZe. Vivid trying to do anything he can from the front side. Some attacks from the flank onto Silly. Cellium's able to win it. Hill's going to be vacant for the moment, but as the dust settles, it is Arcety's who is there to grab the remaining seconds. FaZe, it's only just a matter of time, it seems, in a major lead situation, grabbing the remaining time here at P4. And now here on the reset, the Gorillas, they've got a lot of work to do, my friend.
Yeah, well, that's game over. That was some nice shit out of LAG, though. That was very teamwork, tactical. That was pretty dope to watch. You could tell them how much they were saying in the commentators were saying, the team that's thinking about the little things, you can feel that they're doing that. They know they can't probably outgun a lot of teams, but they can outsmart them if they're tactical enough. But now that you're down, it's too hard. They're just gonna outgun you. You have to stay close enough.
Yep, 2
You know what I mean? You have to stay close enough where the intelligence part of your game can make you win. But if you can't keep it close, then you're fucked. It's like those football teams. I don't know how many people in the chat watch football, but it's like those football teams that have all the talent in the world. Like, you're not going to outscore them, but if you keep the score close enough, then you can just outsmart them when it comes down to the wire. So I think that's what LAG can do.
To be prepared for that.
A lot of veterans on that team.
Yesterday, actually, they couldn't keep up with the speed. Same situation here for Gorillas. They couldn't really keep up with the speed, and on a map like Crossroads, it just happens to be one of the fastest maps in the game. Really, a lot of situations, a lot of spawns constantly going around. I think that's also what kind of allows for Arcees to be such a great piece for them, is that they are a fast team and they're not playing too out of control. And if they do,
yo,
that's
chat.
exactly what Arcees is there.
If you're listening right now, if you're listening to me and you're not lurking, can you please put a 1 in the chat? I have to ask those that are here a question other than GCat, because I already asked GCat.
But in general, it was FaZe taking control early and holding on to it late.
Yeah, man, and if you're the Gorillas, you need to be able to bounce back into search and destroy, man. You know, it was just a couple plays that just didn't go in their favor. They had the P3 to the P4 spawns, but then they had no one sitting in the back. So once Atlanta FaZe were able to chain a couple kills together, they were able to force all of Gorilla out of the play. And it was just, that was that opening point where they just needed to hold those spawns. They wouldn't have gave Simp any streaks there, and it probably would have been a lot closer of a map.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Gorillas, they're hoping to learn from their map 1 woes and try to improve a little bit when it comes down to this next search and destroy.
Okay, so we got GCat, Aries, and Legend. Okay, the 4 of you, I have a question. When we're watching the matches, I was telling GCat, like, I don't want to speak over it too much, because I know there might be new people that are coming in, or even you guys that enjoy listening to the commentators talk about the game. And so I've been trying to balance how much I'm talking over them versus how much I let them speak, because when we're watching the games, it's much more of a chill vibe for the stream. You know what I mean? We're just enjoying the broadcast together rather than me putting on a stream. Does that make sense? It's more of like a vibe setting. So I don't want to interrupt them as much. So if you like that, put a 2 in the chat. If you prefer, like, I interject more, I can even turn them down and talk during the matches more, put a 3. Because I'm trying to figure out what the vibe is here. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense.
More ways to play, that's what I want. What is my opponent going to do? How am I going to counterplay that?
Play Hearthstone now!
Fuck, dude.
Oh, we are gonna have so much fun.
Sorry, chat, I'm just tweeting about the game. Okay. Okay, I'm looking. Ali, if it's Maven, don't talk at all. Thank you. I fucking love Maven. I can't wait for Saturday and Sunday. Ali, is this your first time here, man? Have you been lurking? What's good? If it's Merc and Maven, 2. Otherwise, 3. Bam said 3, which is I should interject more. Wilbert says 2. I don't mind hearing you that much during the game. If it's hype and game talk, then I like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to like... I'm just trying to pretend like we're all fucking sitting on a couch watching the game. You know what I mean? I'm only gonna talk when like, bro, you see that play? Oh shit, that was crazy. Yo, why are they doing this, bro? Like, they should do. I'm trying to treat it like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, the game's back. Let's watch. Oh, they're talking about fucking the highlights from the last game. Yo, put that on mute. What were we talking about, bro? And just keep eating. That kind of vibe, you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
The set works, but you know, hey man, listen, I'm just gonna crack open some game fuel here and just roam on to the search and destroy. Study, how about yourself?
Oh man, I'm looking forward to this search and destroy, but one player I'm specifically looking at for FaZe is gonna be Simp. We know what type of beast he is with that sniper. Now that he doesn't have it in his hands, what kind of player is he gonna be? Is he gonna be that aggressive sub player? Is he gonna be pulling out that AR, being passive a little bit? I'm just excited to see how he's able to change his entire gameplay without that sniper.
Yo, by the end of this fucking season, this song is gonna drive us insane.
Been phenomenal career, really the last 2 seasons. Obviously, now in his.
But guys, because the league is like 4 days a week for the next like 6 months. This song is gonna make us want to kill ourselves.
Talk on offense, right? How are we gonna be able to really make something?
Because they're not gonna change it. Last year they had the same fucking song for the whole year.
Kind of try to be flexible. You know, pull out some interesting notes here or there. That's when you got guys like Arsenal.
That's the best way. Like, we're all together and adding on when something interesting happens. Okay, good.
Same thing for Gorillas, right? A lot
All right, so that's the way I'm gonna do it then.
And it cannot be understated, right? Vivid, not an amazing game 1. I think they're looking out for him, especially in these search and destroys. Primarily this one that could put them at an even score versus Atlanta here.
Yeah, man, you need to tie up this series right here because we know about the Kickoff Classic. Atlanta FaZe did lose Crossroads Hardpoint. This time they're starting it off different, winning that match.
Gorillas will be interesting to watch here on S&D. They could steal this.
To do so, but if the Gorillas have an answer, this is where it needs to be.
Definitely round 1 kicking off. Atlanta on the offense, quickly making their way up to the walkway.
Wow.
Easy.
Just
see bullying. A lot of those first bloods this season. Assault pretty much has to get backed up from his lights position. Gets met with a few AR shots from Simp from afar. At least they look like AR shots. Very well could be the 74U.
They're just sprinting to power positions immediately.
Atlanta
like,
full
fuck
control.
it.
They've also got top green as well. And it's pretty much just allowing for the opposition to try to run on in. I think it was
Abeezy,
LAG
what was
who were
that?
trying to play off of the bomb plant, but that one's not happening for the moment. The trade is there, and now it's going to be 3 versus 3. Silly on the outskirts of A.
Why'd they turn down the fucking game volume?
There, and Arshdees finally feels calm.
They literally just turned down the game volume.
Okay, so now it's going to be a 3v3. A retake from Gorillas needs to come in. You're going to have 2 players, and Silly and Apathy trying to work towards top green. Simp with the big first blood, able to get out with his life. Beautiful play out of Simp. Just stall the time, man, and make Apathy work 2 times harder trying to locate you. That's exactly what's going to happen. Silly's going to go down. Last player is going to be left. It's going to be Assault. And that was a great first round of Atlanta FaZe. You could just tell their aggression right there towards that B-bomb was everything.
Yeah.
Abeezy was able to open up that first blood in towards that lights area. Forces all the players from the Gorillas to eventually play back. They know that the plan is eventually going to go down. They just couldn't put themselves in a better position to stop it. Good first round of Atlanta.
We talked about a study.
You could tell they were like just sprint, because FaZe, even last year, they play bully ball. Like, we're just gonna speed you, gun you, just pure power
to mimic,
and skill.
I guess maybe what FaZe just showed them how to do. Looking to get an aggressive run, at least off the start from Apathy. He does.
Look how passive they are.
AR and
Look how far back they are.
Again.
LA.
Assault.
Compared.
Very solid when we talk about that M4, but pressure early, utility, nades are out. And the attack is prone over at B. And Abeezy's aware of it.
Yeah, Gorillas is just trying to find an opening, trying to get some information on the map to where players from the Atlanta FaZe are located. Silly, you can see he's playing it totally different from Simp. Simp got aggressive in green and just made that player who's playing A, which is going to be Arshdees, eventually play for that challenge. Time is going to be ticking if you're the Gorillas. You need to work towards his bomb site. It looks like they're committing towards B, trying to get Abeezy out of his positioning.
I think they're counting on
Apathy.
FaZe to be aggressive.
Space, what he can do. We saw it
and just
at the
wait.
Kickoff. Now
be patient and kill them.
Plant off, but can he escape with his life? He will not. Celium is there for the overall exchange as Atlanta now holding on to man count advantage. Vivid able to level the score now to a 2 versus 2. Again, bomb was planted prior to the team fight that we witness. Vivid is hanging out in that crawl space. Meanwhile, It is going to be Arcitys from the top side taking down one. Now to a 1 versus 1.
Gunfight.
Arcitys versus Silly. Arcitys still has some work to do. He has to try to seek him out. Does he know exactly where he is? He earns the call out, able to find the kill. Can he get there in time?
There's no way.
And it looks as if not going to be the case. Cannot get over the barrier as the bomb will explode. Arcitys sitting on a nice 4-0 spree.
That was nice. See how much more passive they play?
Great
FaZe
2v1 out of Silly. I would have liked Simp
super
not to
aggro.
commit to that challenge and just play with Arcitys a little more. Once Simp went down, Silly, all he had to do, just lay down, saw enough time. He knew Arcitys was going to play for the kill and not hop that bomb. Great 2v1 out of the Gorillas. I mean, out of Silly right there to tie it up 1-1. That could have got out of hand real quick if Simp would have not challenged that. Being up 2-0 on a map like this can get really scary and out of hand quickly.
Adjustments from Gorillas.
The
Back-to-back
G-Cat,
offensive
true.
wins. They're going to bite my tongue for the time. A lot of teams clearly making
like
some
watching it too.
adjustments from the kickoff. You notice a lot more kind of standoffish defensive prowess.
Yeah.
Trying to look for the picks as aBeZy will be happy to eliminate as many trophies as he can get. Those things are absolutely killer. I tell you what. aBeZy taking some fire off the rip. We know what he can do in the early stages of rounds. Is happy to sacrifice his life as long as it means the first blood can come away with it. As the optic barrel explodes and Apathy with a nice line sight. Atlanta look to continue this attack over at B and establish that map positioning. The twinkle toes of aBeZy. Good night, says Apathy. Atlanta are left to morale.
Now in the 3v3 situation, 40 seconds remaining. Gorillas know that Atlanta FaZe is working towards B. Apathy is going to completely give up his positioning. Trying to work towards that side pocket area. 28 seconds remaining on the clock. It's looking like Arcitys and the boys from FaZe are trying to wrap this towards A. They're able to open up with a kill onto Assault in the backside. Apathy with a big trade. Here comes Arcitys taking down Silly. Last player alive is going to be Apathy. Left in a 2v1 situation. Needs to play quick.
And not quick enough. Apathy does everything he can. I want to say he does shut down Arcitys, who is obviously on the bomb. What was that, like a 6-0, 7-0 start? Great lurk, but it isn't going to be enough, as we'll get to watch this play kind of toward the ending phases again. The 1 versus 2, a tall task. And he does shut down Arcitys. So that's
This is what I'm talking about, dude. I know it's still the beginning of the CDL, but they have to be able to choose their own best plays. They cannot count on the game to choose it. Because obviously that's not the best play, but the game is randomly generating the best play of the game based on kills. Rather than the media team going, we need to get, since FaZe won the round, we should show the best play from FaZe. Like, duh. If you're watching a football game and the team that scores a touchdown and then the highlight is a defensive play, you're like, what? They just scored a touchdown. Why are you giving us a highlight? They need to figure that out, dude.
bit of awareness. It's aBeZy who also switches over to the XM4, so until he finds the first blood, they may have an opportunity to work. At the least, that pick is going to separate Atlanta because they want to have somebody in green. So 2 players guaranteed at B. We'll see if the Gorillas can play off that man count advantage.
Yeah, having that player in green is going to be huge, but he's going to get taken down by Cellium. Great shots coming out of the lights. Assault's able to go on a trade onto aBeZy.
Yo, Nathan, what's up, baby? It's your first time here? Welcome, bro, if it is. Chat, can we get a hello? What's up, baby?
Remaining phases had to all go through
You feel me?
and eventually rotate towards A, but they do have the man advantage. Sits in a great position, able to take down Apathy. Note there's another player in dark, but he's going to get traded. Now it's Assault and Silly versus Cellium. Cellium going to go through. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken down there. But great adjustments out of the Gorillas there. Not to play too fast, not to worry about the plant too much. Arcitys tried to be aggressive in towards top green, but got taken down by Silly. It was a good opening kill for them. Tied it up 2-2.
Tied up 2-2 indeed. Good situation there for LAG. I thought Simp may possibly be there to spoil the party, right?
I'm surprised he won that gunfight.
Position. Obviously finds one, but you never know with Simp. Obviously a lot of opportunities to walk away with.
Friends, if you're watching this video and you're enjoying the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and it just gives you alerts, all right? And if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you like this stream. It really helps the algorithm. What's up, Cam?
A 1-4 start. You'd like to think if a few of those can start to equal out the trades, they'll be in a good position, and the opposite side of that walkway is going to be Vivid. He'll quickly get out of dodge.
Cam, I miss watching games with you, bro.
Really, it's just utility, right? Just trying to get some information on both sides.
Yeah, you saw right off the rip, Vivid and Silly were trying to work towards that top green area. aBeZy was able to spot him, force him out of there, and Apathy's playing back towards that beat bomb. They know that they're not working for the plant. They like to play that rat back. They have full control of top green. This is where this round can get out of hand if you're an Atlanta FaZe fan. 38 seconds remaining. They have every different line of sight to get that guy off bomb. Atlanta FaZe need to come in and make a play, at least get a first blood to make this round possible.
Cam, they need to give us a Boston COD team now.
Looking for his opportunity. As a big team fight occurs, Atlanta now man disadvantage, trying to tear us up, make that now 1.
Good hold.
Which is going to be Simp. 1
Nice.
versus 3, a very tall task. Let's get
There's
some nice
anyone that
shots
could do
onto
it, it's him.
Vivid, but the full kill is not going to be inbound. Does have that XM4 to 74U combo, so you'll take that given the situation.
His
for the
positioning
moment.
is
Does shut down one.
crazy.
Vivid shuts down one onto Apathy.
No.
A good attempt, but just because of the way the objective sat, obviously
If there was still time on the clock,
they won't really equal out to too much, but
Atlanta would not want to play them.
picking out just a little bit too much from LAG.
No, we want to play them. Just give them a good lead.
Around regardless.
Yeah, that adjustment right there on defense, just to take control of top green, was all that they needed to do. Once they did that, you forced the players from Atlanta FaZe to consistently try to keep their information on it, have people preeminent, using their attacks to try to force those players out. By the time they tried to commit towards that B fight, they were all set up. Just able to take him off that bomb site, able to win a tremendous defense there. Now, if you're Atlanta FaZe, I would like them to be aggressive as well. Try to play aggressive towards mid-map, aggressive towards green, and that's exactly what they're going to do here.
Initial engagement
So
during the top
aggressive,
floating. Always want to keep in mind as aBeZy, a great two-piece on the flank. Very well could break open the round, but just as that happens,
they came back though.
The ARs from Gorillas are now going to leave Arsenes all by himself. He's going to have to do this solo.
What the? He just
Which
flew.
both players have a good understanding of where he is. Shuts down
he
the
can
other
win
AR
this.
in assault. Can he stay alive? Arsenes decides to dip down into bottom middle.
Oh snap!
Arsenes
1v1
versus Apathy.
1v1.
Huge round for both of them. Apathy does get the timing, and Apathy gets the kill.
That scared me.
Wow, a good situation there for Arsenes. An impressive attempt.
You gotta love the underdog.
Early two-piece coming in from aBeZy.
Yes, a two-piece by the team that lost the round. Makes no sense that they're showing us that.
Yeah, man. Once aBeZy popped that two-piece,
You get what I'm saying, chat?
Atlanta FaZe should just let him die. Every situation, you don't always have to play for the trade. Your teammate pulls off a two-piece. No one should be able to give these free kills to Apathy
Cam,
or
yes.
to Assault.
Yes.
They were just both posted up.
Cam, did you watch the Super Bowl? Oh no, we talked about it. Never mind.
Unfortunately, it went from a 2v4 situation to a 1v2. And that's not exactly what you want if you're Atlanta FaZe there. You need to be able to close out those rounds.
Definitely do. aBeZy decides to get aggressive push out toward green. He sacrifices his life, and we'll find out if it's actually going to be worth it. Arsene's able to turn and burn onto Vivid. It looked like it was going to be the A hit. That's why we see the rotation come in from player 6, Assault, and now he's the final one alive. Wondering what just happened to my teammates. Where'd they go? And the round's over. Atlanta FaZe, successful offense, and a very interesting attempt.
Yo, Ace, are you still here? Yo, Ace, are you still here?
They switched the gear. They gained
A
all the
spanking by Brady.
from these
Just an
early rounds that Silly is
absolute.
the only-
You know what Brady did? Brady just put them in a corner and spanked them and said, "You're in timeout." Ace, did you bet on the game?
They fly out at Silly.
Did you bet on the Super Bowl, Ace? I added you, but you never responded to me.
2 kills from top green, eventually sliding and get this guy off the rat hole. There's a great aggression out of Atlanta FaZe, and for them to fight back into this map, I feel like they need to.
Cam, you and Ace on a Discord call would just be too funny. Ace, you would love Cam.
It's a great call. Atlanta FaZe, stay
You
aggressive.
did, Ace? Did you win? Who'd you bet on?
Everybody probably thinking in that moment, during the clutch in that last round, Apathy's alive. He's got to be in the crawl space. And that's exactly where he is. A great lockdown. As Celium able to walk away with the early first blood. That one going to be on Assault. Normally hangs out toward top caution. Vivid, this time around, also with the AR, able to trade things out. But dust begins to settle. 2 versus 2. Celium able to find one. Silly there for the trade. And how about this 1v1? aBeZy now versus Silly. Silly decides to take a look at the crawl space.
Make or break rounds. Bomb is going to be down. Top bridge steps. aBeZy has an assault rifle in his hand.
You bet on the coin flip.
Time is going to be ticking.
What was the coin flip? Heads? Please don't
Silly's
tell me
gonna
you
decide
bet
to go pick
tails.
up that bomb. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Gonna have to work towards one of these bomb sites, but aBeZy's in a great position to spot him. Now, both players have the knowledge that they have
1v1
where their players are. Flash is gonna come in for Silly. Back down aBeZy a little bit, but aBeZy's in a great position to just try to get this guy off bomb.
No,
Silly trying to push into the lights area.
You should have
10
made
seconds
a.
remaining on the clock. aBeZy is going to be set up perfectly. Would he check A? Nope. Looks like he's going to go straight towards B. Take down Silly.
You should have.
Huge 1v1.
He should have. Silly should have made a move instantly. I've noticed that every time there's something like 1v1 or S and D, you got to plant the bomb. Everyone chooses to like wait, pick a corner, wait 15 seconds, and then I should go plant it, and there's not enough time. And in those 15 seconds, no one ever checks bomb or tries to push. Everyone's playing too passive. Just fucking push. Once I get my TV, I will be back to game. Good.
Again, if you're Silly in that spot, really a difficult one to try and come away with. Now we're
Oh,
level
Cam,
at
I have
4-4.
your headphones, dude. I have your headphones. You forgot them here.
Attack, and we'll see what that presence looks like instead of green. It looks as if they do have aBeZy and Simp both established in there, and that is a terrifying duo to have to face off against. Arcitys does spot the head of Apathy, decides to say, hey, go and hold on to this nade, why don't you? Apathy actually ends up dying because of an own nade.
Oh my god.
And there we have it, 1 versus 4, already off the start from Silly, and
That's
best
a bad.
of luck, Justin Fargo.
That's rough.
Arcitys just read that absolutely beautifully. He decides to pre-nade in towards that rat hole area. Had Apathy try to get out of that situation, nades himself, but then he's in those pipes area, peeks out towards lights.
The big blue ones, Cam.
With that XM4.
The
Arcitys right
PlayStation
there.
ones.
Really stepping up with this team needed to. Now they're 1 round away from closing out this map number 2. And being
Hey, Zuko. Zuko, I haven't seen you in so long, man. Fuck. Your name's Paperclip now? Dude, you guys gotta stop switching up names on me, man. I'm not gonna remember that you were Zuko. See Paperclip, I'm like, oh, what's up, Paperclip?
One round away from being up 2-0.
You guys love changing your names. Holy smokes.
I mean, I think it's fair to say last year, Study, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of talking points behind Chicago last year, you know, in regards to having gunless and not having gunless. They bring in Prestini. I mean, a lot of situations going on.
Yo, Cam, I'll get them to you. I'll get them to you somehow. I'll mail them to you.
Kind of pay off in the stats.
Friends, if you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That number above me will go up to 322. And make sure you like the video. Help us get thrown into the algorithm so we can get discovered here. Helps a ton, guys.
Destroy playing a big difference. We'll see if he can maybe
close it
a
out.
nice highlight over here at Radar, but is the first blood found from Gorillas?
Yeah, Apathy was able to open up with the first blood. Arcitys able to get the trade. A 2 police is probably in his favor here, but the player's going to back down from green. Now, if you're the Gorillas here, you have to work up towards this B-bomb site, try to take control of this lights area. There's not going to be a single player from Atlanta FaZe that's trying to ruin their party, except for the one player that's going to be in Rat Hole. They have no one gaining information on that. They try to work towards this bomb site. aBeZy is going to be able to take down the bomb carrier in Apathy now. 25 seconds remaining. aBeZy does have that bomb down, has all the information. Vivid is going to be one shot in top green. Cellium able to take down Assault. Now it's a Vivid in a 1v3.
Vivid in the 1 versus 3. They know exactly where he is. Arcitys here. Can't win the fight. A nice engagement for Vivid, but he has no time left and no teammates
chance.
to help him. As Atlanta walk away with the search.
No chance. They're gonna get 3-0, dude. Fuck. LAG had a good showing on the first map, dude. Good start. Good, yeah, good attempt, good mid, but I don't know, man. Maybe I feel like you know what? LAG would be perfect. Just like bring in one veteran who can, who just is really good at the game. Just one. It can make a big difference. I got a bacon, cheese, steak, and fries for dinner. I'm freaking jealous. I would make sure to drop a like and support the boy. GCat, thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you. Yes, guys, if you are here and you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do so.
This is going to be hard, man. If you're the LA Gorillas, you guys need someone to step up big, and that person that I'm looking for is going to be Apathy.
Paperclip, aka Zuko, how was your day? My day was good, man. We what did I do today, chat? Today what did I do today? Oh, I was telling the stream that people have been wanting me to do a room tour but the thing is that we don't have. I keep changing the layout of the room, so I don't want to do a setup video until things are kind of solid. And literally today, this morning, I'm working on changing up the room again. For you guys that know, or if you don't know, tonight with the fiance, we will be playing games together. It'll be our third time doing so. And we're going to be playing a ton of fun games. We're playing A Way Out. We're playing Journey to a Savage Planet. We're playing Unravel. We're playing Overcooked. I think those are the games. So we're going to be playing all of those tonight. So anyways, my point is, for the setup, she's going to be moving into my studio room, and we're going to be kind of splitting up half and half, so she has a place to work too and be comfortable when she wants to game. Because right now it's pretty scrappy getting her set up in here so that we can do the streams with the fiance. So we're figuring that out, and then once we get that and we settle that, then we'll do the tour video. Food is so good. Food is delicious. Vivid is the young blood. Today your friend modded me. Not today, my friend modded me. Congrats, bro. Yeah, maybe like a Neptune type player. Well, we've seen Neptune in scrims, chat. Game day is different. Game day is different. Optic and FaZe looking good. I would say Optic and Dallas have been the most convincing. As far. Dallas's game was a bloodbath. That shit felt like they were scrimming. Not even scrimming. That felt like they were playing pub lobbies. And then Optic, kind of the same, but Paris put up a good fight. Neptune is nice, I'm telling you. He came from Halo, right? Dude, these Halo kids are cracked, bro. We should play Pummel Party soon again with the Queen. Yeah, we'll try. We're going to play a few other games with her for a while. She's still getting used to keyboard and mouse, and I want her to get kind of comfortable because she told me she had a hard time with Pummel Party because it's a lot of movement, and she's not used to WASD and the mouse yet. So just got to get her some reps on some easier games. Yeah, Halo kids have the nicest movement. It's freaking crazy. What is it about Halo? Man, I haven't played Halo in so long. I miss it so much. Chat, you best believe we're playing Halo Infinite here on stream. Live, baby. I'm buying an Xbox, everything for it. I don't care. We're playing that on the channel. 100%. 100. Bro, my Nezuko account got banned off Google, but I'm back. Why'd I get banned? That's scary. That's why Shotzi's so good, yeah. I know Shotzi's from Halo. I know Formal's from Halo. And there's like a few more, right? Heck yes, 1000%. Chat, you know what I've been thinking about doing? And I brought it up to the fiance. I thought about playing all the Halo campaigns over again in co-op with the fiance so she can experience what Halo means to me. And by the time we're done beating all the games, it'll be the launch for the next one. I'm saying like go back to Halo 1 and playing co-op campaign with the fiance. Does that sound lit or no? Shotzi was best in Halo. I should look at Shotzi highlights on Halo. I've never seen them. Maybe we'll do that after the stream. After this. Yes, love that idea. If you do Halo 3 campaign, let me know for real, for real. 110%. Yes. Because if you don't know, the reason we're playing games with the fiance at night is for a few reasons. One, because... Do we want to hear this guy? Put a 1 in the chat if we want to hear this guy. If we do, I'll unmute it. Halo is my childhood. Halo to me is like, when I think about glory, like just beautiful beautiful fucking childhood memories, I think of Halo. 2 and a 0. I said 1, right? So that means you guys don't want to listen to him. Sometimes I don't know if you guys don't know what numbers are, or I'm confused. Or I'm being trolled. Or I don't remember what I said. Are we doing community day? Yeah, we tried to do community games yesterday, but not everyone was down. And then we wanted to do community games again today, but we're gonna watch the league, and then tonight we're gonna be going live with the fiance and playing games, just me and her. So we'll have to postpone community games. But I mean, we do community games like every 3 days by accident. So it is what it is. So you guys think that's a great idea? Oh, so here is the reason why we're doing games with the fiance. There's 2 major reasons. Reason number 1 is because she's been enjoying games more. She didn't grow up playing video games. The first video game that she really, really, really played was one that I introduced to her back in August, and she beat it. And then she started going, wow, like, oh my God. And then she saw me play Last of Us 2, the whole thing. She saw me play Prey, basically the whole thing. So my idea became, babe, why don't you come on stream with me? You're getting more interested in games, and we can do live games, you and me, for the stream. And basically I can run you through some of my favorite games and games I've heard really great reviews about, so that you can see why it is that we love video games so much. You know what I mean? Let me show you the games that meant the most to me. Let me show you games that I know are the best in this category, so you can experience what I've experienced all these years. You know what I mean? So that's why we call it sharing my love with my fiance. So that's the concept. So playing Halo 1, 2, and 3 with my fiance, co-op experience for her first time, is going to be like a unbelievably orgasmic experience. Chat. It'll be incredible for me. Incredible. It will be like one of the most beautiful memories I'll have until the day I die, if we do that. So I'm highly considering that being an option. The only problem is if our other computer that she plays on is a laptop, so we have to see if Halo can even run on it. So that's the idea. And before they start this next game, I gotta take a piss. That's fine. We have so many opportunities to do community games. Thank you, GCAT, for the support, man.
The rest of us.
Yeah, if you guys know, you know how much I give back to the community and how much we do shit together. So it'll come, guys. Don't worry.
Working with our GM Eric and
all right, listen to this. I gotta go to the bathroom.
This is our baby, and we had to have an honest conversation with ourselves about sort of what we could do better as management and as an org. And if it were 5v5, we would not have made a change at all. Absolutely loved our team. Would have loved to be on LAN for those events. Again, we couldn't do that, and I think the fans would have loved to see it. But I want to be clear that this team doesn't evolve if we stay 5v5. Preston and Mike are. I have 5 of the greatest guys you could have on a team last year. I mean, the absolute nicest guys in the world. Like, you hear all these stories, but if they're true, they weren't true for Atlanta. Those 5 guys were amazing to work together, and our coaching staff. And again, Eric, headed into this year, 4v4 changed, the necessity for the team. It created an environment where the 5 that we put together and how their roles all fit perfectly did not fit in a 4v4. Again, Preston and Mike are exceptional, but the opportunity for us in a 4v4 to plug RCDs in as an IGL was really important for us, for not only his voice, but the calmness and the difference that is 4v4 versus 5v5. How do I think we stack up? I'd be lying if I said anything other than we built the team to win a championship, and our expectation is that that's what will happen, that we will be the best team throughout the year, and we'll finish on top. That being said, as you know, Lottie, it's Call of Duty, just like any other sport, just like football. you know, teams have ups and downs. We'll have ups and downs throughout the year. There will be times we look unbeatable. I'm sure there will be times when we look beatable. So, you know, the hope is you hit your stride at the right moment, and Atlanta shows everybody what this team can do.
Absolutely. Hey, that's what makes winning even more sweeter with the ups and downs. And as you said, you know, a team needs to build resilience in order to become the best in the world. And I think you guys are definitely going to be one of the contenders for our finals. I'm so excited. The love, the passion, the strength behind the team, I can really sense that from talking to you, Paul. And I'm so excited to see what you and your boys are going to achieve this year. So thanks so much for catching up with me, and best of luck at your first home series.
Thank you, Lottie. Days up.
Great interview there with Paul Hamilton, kind of giving a little bit more in depth, talking upon the Atlanta FaZe, and obviously shout out to the city of Atlanta. Wish that we could be there in person, but hey, the squad's repping pretty well, as currently one map away from possibly winning their very first series in the CDL here versus the Gorillas. Oh my gosh, look at this schedule coming up. They've got Optic here on the 14th, Ultra Mutineers, Legion just right around the corner. Atlanta FaZe, without a doubt, Study. I mean, really kind of throughout stage one, throughout their entire group, are always going to be one that teams have to be worried about, conscious about, and it's fair to say the Gorillas...
Curious about your answer, but what makes a video game great in your opinion? What makes a video game great? Wow. That's a great question, and that's a very broad question. What makes a video game great? I'll give you a long answer after this game, but my short answer would be... Ooh, that's a good fucking question. Let me think about that one. Remind me.
With those submachine guns. Slide through mid-map, going through the rat hole, dropping down bottom mid, and always having one of your aggressive ARs, making sure you're controlling top green. That's the best position on this entire map. Your team is controlling top green, regardless of if you're on offense or defense. It should be pretty easy on both sides.
Here we go. Gorillas, the opportunity of forcing the Game 4. Atlanta FaZe, will they have our second 3-0 sweep of day number 2? We're about to find out. Getting things kicked off really over at Walkway. Off the initial fight, Atlanta FaZe happy to try to dip their feet inside of that B control point from time to time. However, Apathy right around the corner. But really, 30 seconds in, we finally have the first blood, and it's met by a number of other ones as it fills up with red. Atlanta FaZe walking with the early 4, and they've got to be careful because Simp is on the hunt. Silly is there to cut him down, but Arcitys there where he left off.
Once again, Arcitys is holding top green, forcing those players to try to wrap back towards A. It's looking like they're completely giving up on this Pete point. They went 4 down right off the rip. Atlanta FaZe only died once. Now Vivid's able to open up with the kill onto Sip. 2 minutes left for Atlanta FaZe to try to break in towards this A point. You know exactly how they're going to want to play this. Just work around the backside, play a couple of spawn kills. 3 go down for the Gorillas. The last player that's able to hold this line is going to be Assault. He has a tough task at hand. He's going to get dropped. Now the Atlanta players are going to be on this point, forcing the players from the Gorillas to try to break in. Silly's going to be the last player remaining, but Atlanta FaZe played this perfectly right off the rip.
Yeah, and that presence really, instead of bricks, makes Assault have to rush forward with the
Atlanta's up.
With the XM4. You want to kind of stay in those positions, but
8 lives.
Yeah, no choice. Atlanta really taking map dominance over the Gorillas. As really for a moment there may have been a bright spot for Atlanta to try to make the pinch. However, Gorillas do rebound. Vivid with the XM4 really off of spawn is trying to do as much damage as he can, try to even out that life count. So that crawl space potentially was a Beezy. Silly is there, cuts him down. So some good kind of mid-round adjustments being made from the Gorillas. They finally kind of get him off the control point and have a little bit of room to breathe. But just as that happens, a big 1v1. Cellium wins it over Apathy. However, the nade, really once dead, coming in from App, is able to wipe away the point clear as Atlanta restarting. A minute left, and they've got 1 tick on A.
Well, a minute left, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Worker on the backside. Simp able to open up the first blood onto Vivid, but he's going to get dropped. Great nade out of Assault there. See our mini-map fully pulled up on our screen. That number 7 player is going to be Silly, just playing his life at this site. He has the entire top green area. He knows that all the Atlanta FaZe players are going to decide to go through middle map, try to get around the backside of bricks. Abizi able to open up with 2 kills. The
Hey,
last
that's a
player
fucking
alive
good
on the site
question.
is
I'm
gonna be
over here
Silly.
like
With that number 6
having a
player
hard
in
time.
Assault, you have to try to get to your teammate quick, as it's starting to go down to the wire here. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Atlanta FaZe need to make a push towards this point. Stop the time.
Starting to stack up in bricks. Player 3 still alive. That's going to be Simp. He drops, and now last player alive is Cell. He was hanging out in top green. Really never got the clearance from his other SMGs to be aware of that pinch, so he ends up staying alive. He is going to play his life. 5 seconds left. They have to get onto this one quick and fast. They do have man count advantage when we talk about lives. Vivid, last player up, and that is going to be it. Gorillas really couldn't survive for much longer given that life differential that we saw off of that
Dude.
first point.
That's a really good question. Chad, what do you think? Harry says depends on the game. Cam says storyline.
It just looks a little bit too easy. We'll see the adjustment.
Oh, I have a couple different answers.
We talk about the tiny tears, how difficult they can be to manage.
First of all, I think music, video games is similar to music and really similar to anything. It's all about perspective and it's all objective. It's personal to you. You know what I mean? What makes a great game to you is going to be different than what makes a great game to me. I think the one thing that you have to do with video games is the same thing you have to do with music. When you really want to judge it at the end of the day, I think awards like to commend video games for being the most impactful, like the most views, the most attention, the most playback ability, kind of like music. Like those are the people that win awards. But I think that one of the most important measurement tools that isn't used by the general public is quality of what it is that you're delivering. You know? How else can I explain it? It's a tough fucking question. I think maybe it's a mix of two. It's quality, and quality as in execution, playability. You know, it's not stuttering. There's no bugs. It's cleanly. It's delivered in the way that you would imagine a game being intended to be delivered. So it has to do with quality and impact. I think quality and impact should be the two basic measures. Quality and impact. If single player, great storytelling. Multiplayer, mechanics. For me, it's a mixture of great storytelling and execution of game mechanics and game flow. Yeah, I think that's how games should be measured. Because if we further that question, ask you what's your favorite game, then everyone's going to come up with a different opinion. Because to you, the mechanics in this game were more on par with what you like. That doesn't necessarily make it a better game. You know? It's tough. But I think the general scope should be impact and what was the other word I used? Impact and I forgot the other word I used. Fuck me. Who you got in Optic FaZe match tomorrow? Oh, Optic. 100%. 100%. How about you, Nathan? What do you think?
Try to play his life perfect. Try to stall enough time for him to go down, but Abizi's gonna get dropped. Celium in a great position outside of lights, forcing all the players from the Gorillas off spawn. They have 15 seconds to try to get to this point. Trying to break through bricks, but Sims here trying to play spoiler. Able to take down one. 7 seconds remaining. This is looking like Atlanta FaZe are going to go up 2-0 on this map number 3.
And that really ending, the ending fight, really from the Skycam view, pretty much kind of told the tale of the ending round there for LAG. Just kind of run into a number of different situations where they're really in 2v1s, 3v4s. It was a solid attempt kind of.
Nathan, you're going for Optic? Clinical by FaZe right now? I just don't think they're playing that good of a team, though. I go back on what I said.
Another hot 3-0.
They're just not that good.
Solid, really a number of different things to kind of point out.
They can't fry.
And that initial offense for me was kind of the breaking point.
Yeah.
Their ability to kind of rush through bricks constantly. Is LAG just not able to hold on, but now's their opportunity. This is their chance. If it's going to be any time, it has to be now. They do not want to start off this CDL season by getting the 3-0 sweep versus Atlanta. They've never actually taken this team down in CDL history. They've met up 2 different times. It's been Atlanta each time, 3-2 and 3-1. Now it very well could be 3-0 as Celium tries to get started off hot. He gets cut down. At least from the start, it's looking better for LAG, Study.
Yeah, this is a lot better. Their very first defensive round, they went 4 dead and gave that full B-side up. RC is able to pick up 2 around this mid-map area, but here comes Assault on the backside, able to take him down as well. 3 are going to be off spawn for the LAG. They have to try to fight back quick. You are FaZe. You see those number players in number 1 and number 3. Trying to fight towards that bottom right mid. Number 1, which is going to be RC, is just holding off top green, making sure his teammates do not have to worry about that. Able to win a big gunfight onto Vivid. 2 go down for the Gorillas. 3 go down once again. And it's looking like they're going to be set up for A as well. It's a big gunfight between Simp and Assault. He's going to be able to win that. So now ticks are going to be going on both points. But as I say that, Simp's going to get taken down by Nate.
Does get taken down, but Atlanta do get some time. Arceus is going to be here on a 3 spree. Quickly tosses down the trophy and pretty much yells for his teammates for some backup, for a little bit of support. AR, VAR. How about that one from Arceus? And up close, ends it out on a 5 spree. Lovely presence from Alec. And look at that player toward the bottom side of our map, pretty much toward the left. It is going to be quickly on.
We know this game's over, guys. This game's over. It's 23 lives to 15. They have a minute and a half to get this control. They're up 2-0. They're going to 3-0 them. Yo, fam, you know what I was telling? I was talking to my fiance after I beat The Last of Us 2. And I started talking to her about, like, what's my top 5 video games? And the way that I came to my conclusion was, for me, my measurement of that is, I told her, how do I say this? When you play the game for the first time, how often is it sitting in your mind? Like, my top 5 games, and especially The Last of Us, after I beat The Last of Us Part 2, I literally couldn't get the game off of my mind for like 2 weeks. I was thinking about it all the time. And to me, that's a measurement of greatness. Something that can occupy my mind for that amount of time after completion shows its quality and its impactfulness on me. So that's how I should gauge all games that I feel are my favorite. What games made me do a similar thing? What games, when I picked it up, I went, I don't want to put this down. If it was up to me and I had no responsibilities, would I put this game down? Then that should be on my list, you know? So that's how I came up with my top 5. So I kind of use that as my scale. Yo, Talal, what's up, baby?
Atlanta, a few good opportunities from the flank, but the Gorillas able to keep themselves alive as we'll, at the very least, see a round number 4. My goodness, what an ending sequence there from Arceus and from this game, Study.
Yeah, I can't believe he almost
Wait,
stopped
what?
that time.
FaZe lost the round?
Man, but hats off to Apathy there, man. Pushing them to their base, pushing through green, really stepping up when he needed to.
I guess
He
I
was
was
on a 5
wrong.
spree, then he dropped, and then now he's currently on a 4 spree. So the guy's definitely been stepping up for his team. Now, the only thing is they're going up in another offense right now. They have to have a different game plan because we saw the way that RCD decides to play this towards green. They like to be aggressive. They're going to get 4 dead, and they're just going to push up, man. You need to be able to win this very first initial gunfight and open it up with a first blood. You guys to not lose map control off the rip.
Gorillas, they do have some presence inside of mid. And for Vivid, he just wants to go ahead and back up. Does not want to have to deal with MC hanging out on that head. He decides to go ahead and reference back and spot the, I guess to say, the head of Simp. Quickly,
How
Arceus
did
is
Simp
there.
not
Again,
get
it's kind of been
killed?
Arceus the savior
There we
for a
go.
lot of his Atlanta FaZe teammates. Always there and always trying to go for the trades. And really, Arceus off spawn, a clear beginning for this game. 38 seconds left, and LAG, they do need to start making some progress before things start to get away for them. And Assault has a big position. Given his presence right now inside of top green, he falls. The life really gets a lot more difficult. So one fight won from LAG, the other by.
Hey, Talal, we're not playing right now. This is we're watching the Call of Duty League, the competitive scene for Call of Duty. We're watching the broadcast.
Goes, and that's actually going to be Apathy. He gets cut down from the side. That's going to be Celium. 13 seconds left. Abizi hanging out inside of Vince. He will cut one down. Assault as well, trying to stay alive through middle. 6 seconds left. Decides to actually make his way on the flank.
What were they doing
He's just trying
the whole
to
time?
get as much time as possible, trying to stay alive for the rest of his LAG teammates to come off of spawn, and they cannot get in the point in time, and that will be it. Atlanta FaZe will walk away with this game 3-1.
They ticked it off once, dude? What the fuck was happening? Were they just getting shredded?
Some good attempts from LAG toward the stretch, but they just did not have enough.
Which team do you think are going to win? Well, FaZe just won, and we predicted them to win.
Yeah,
GG's.
it all came down to Arcades, man. He was my MVP of that map right there. Him, the way that he was fighting for top green, that's like the most powerful position on that entire map. He was winning every single one-on-one.
Yo, Talal, thank you for the subscription, man. Welcome to the family, bro. Welcome to the Pioneers, baby.
So Arcades was able to take him down.
GG's, GG's.
Just sit there in that corner, because just being up there is such a powerful position. You stay alive there, everything changes. Like you said, Arcades was their safety net that entire map.
Okay, guys, those are the games for today. I think we're gonna call it there, chat. I think we're gonna call it there, because listen, tonight with the fiance, we are going to go live, guys. Literally in 3 hours or less, we're going to go live with the fiance and have just an incredible Friday night, vibing, playing a ton of games, hanging with the community. It's gonna be a banging time. If you can be there, be there. If you can't, it's all good, guys. Thank you for everyone that supported the stream today. Nathan, Talal, fam, everyone that's here. Fam, I love the answer, bruv. I'm glad, man. I'm glad that was a hard question. Good question, though. You missed Assault getting turned on. Whoops. Okay. Aries, Wilbur, Talal, fam, Nathan, Aries. Who else is here? GCat, Cam, whoever is still hanging out. Paperclip, Legend. Guys, if you can be here tonight, awesome. If you can't be here, it's all good. We will be live tonight in 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, like 2.5, 3 hours. Okay, guys? We'll see you then. Thank you guys for hanging out today. You guys have been just amazing with the support. Like, usually when I say bye, it's like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. But I'll literally see you in 2 hours. So, see you guys soon. All right, guys? We'll see you in a little bit. Peace.